should be. I think we are. What do you mean?
No super chat.
Yeah, you got to go up in Microsoft. I think it's already logged in there, so it's quick. There you go. No, what are you doing? You're buzzing all the way around it. No, that one's not logged in, so it's a pain to find. If you go to Microsoft Edge for some reason. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. I think you're already in YouTube, aren't you? Oh. Maybe I just got lucky last time because last time I opened it, it came up right away. Let's see. Oh, I got the notification. So if you take that link, Scott.
I'm working on. I'm firing up that YouTube.
All right,
right
fire
now.
it up.
There we are. We're live. Coming to you live.
Uh-oh. I hear something. What do I hear? Do I hear myself? Oh, no. I hear him in his phone. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, if you switch that over. Yeah, we should be good now. Yeah, buddy, we did.
Change the latency. If you want to do it, fine.
Yeah, buddy, we worked hard on that.
Yeah.
That beat for beat money, man. Go somewhere. Low latency. Let's see. Low latency. Oh, my dad's already in there. Look at him.
He's in there, yep. Tim Connors, you were just in the chat, technically.
Here we go. All right. Scott's figuring that out. Scott Iverone's in the chat. Shouts to my dad.
Dad's name is Scott?
Yeah, his name's Scott.
How fucking cool is that guy?
He's the coolest.
Oh, wait, we're not supposed to swear during the...
Nah, we've been long enough.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're in here. Let's see.
Plus, we make so little money. It wouldn't even make a difference.
There's not much they can take from us.
Yeah. Right. Turns out when you have nothing, they can't take it.
The sum is still zero. Tim Connors is jumping from chat to chat over here.
He's all over the chats.
He had like a half hour.
He's putting in work. He should just come produce all the shows. Because he was going to be in the chat.
How far away does he live? Tim, where do you live?
Tim, yeah, how far?
far?
Are you? Actually, I think he's upstate, like Mass. Like
Western Mass?
Like Webster or like something like that, if I recall.
It says URL, so I copy and paste the
Yeah. Copy and paste it there.
Okay, but then I can change the name of it?
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's a customized text below or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, customized sticker text. Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Lol.
Oh, yeah, see. We're going to get into that. Kyle at BMW Norwood really hooked my dad up, so.
Got him sorted?
Oh, sorted. It's like it's got F1 brakes on that thing there.
Oh, here we go.
I need directions. Lol.
Oh, LOL's not great.
No. No. Oh, no.
I think I did it, guys.
It's an hour and a half.
Check my feed. See if I'm an idiot.
Let's see. What do we got here? An hour and a half? I think it's shorter than Shook's.
It is the worst driving roads you could possibly drive
Really?
in both Massachusetts and Providence or Rhode Island.
Let's see.
You're north of Boston.
Getting here would be no fun. Check it out live. Look at that. Mr. Scott figured it out.
Got it.
If you click the link to work.
If I click the link, it brings me to
Pornography.
This podcast. That would have been really funny, actually. We are good.
16. Oh, sweet. I did it.
Look at
You can
man.
do it.
Yep. Tech man now.
Tech dog, bro.
Hacker man. That's what it is. Hacker guy.
Woodchuck the gray squirrel. Come in, gray squirrel.
What is that? What is that? Oh man, what is that called? Something down? Key down?
Key down.
Key
down.
Pissing up a rope contest.
Pissing up a rope. I still want to like go to like one of those.
Attend one.
Attend.
Now, you need to come by the Not Right shop with Uncle Larry
Yep.
and Terry T. Super T, where you at?
Yep.
Sometimes T's in the chat.
Yep.
Not often. Sometimes we're blessed with them. T's good. You see T lately?
Yeah, I actually just got to see him last Tuesday, Wednesday or something. We all went out to eat. Went to Modern Pizza.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, where do you put modern on the scale?
Well, I don't count my Greek places because everybody fucking hates that. But Pepe's 1, Modern 2. Yeah, Sally's like 9.
What do you think of bar?
Bar's up there, but it's too bar-y for me. Like, I'm not like a bar guy.
Yeah, yeah.
2 bar pizza or
No.
just the ambiance?
The ambiance. Too much bar, too many people yelling, packed in there,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's not for me either. So I
Why
got it.
am I forgetting them? Oh, Zoo Parties in West Haven.
Never been.
That's number 3.
Number 3.
I call it Zoo Farties, but it's worth it.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Heather, what's up?
Someone knows you.
Yeah. She's got sick Mark II, 964,
Oh,
couple
really?
Mark IIs.
Jesus.
Jesus. Jesus.
She bought a 964 that I was going to buy like a couple years earlier. And the guy, middleman I was going through, like literally wouldn't up the offer to buy it
Mm-hmm.
to what I wanted. And the family ended up keeping it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you son of a bitch. I could have had this white, purple interior
Oh,
Carrera
God.
too.
Oh, God.
And then she ended up with it. She got it from the son of the member of the family.
Yeah.
The grandson or whatever, I think. It's a sick car.
Yeah. I mean,
Sounds
just that
cool.
spec sounds
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's the full purple Nurple. Like
Yeah.
every single thing is purple.
Every single thing, like dash, like everything.
Every single
That's
piece.
awesome.
Jordan in the chat. God is God. Roadster is great.
Poor kid overdressed the account just to do that.
Yep. No, he pays with his credit card, but pays like 20% interest on that $2.
What? Terrible.
Yeah.
His podcast is a different one. His was earlier today, Heather.
That's true.
Yep.
Just mere moments before.
Studio is getting a workout.
I'm going to try and get some extra people in here with my Instagram reach.
You should.
With your reach,
You should.
your influencer reach.
Yeah. Mega influencer.
Oh, he got a bonus this week. No wonder why he's
I expect more than
dishing out the
$2
cash.
then.
Actually, 20% interest rate on credit cards not that bad nowadays. It's usually like 25 plus.
Yeah. He got a bonus. He's still only giving us $2. Also, speaking of Jordan, I got a text from him. Let me see what time it was because it was late for this old man.
Was it a picture?
I wish it was. It was no, that's Josh. Never mind. Oh, here you go. All right. It's 9:43. It wasn't terrible, but I was in bed. And it's a Buy Japan link.
Mm-hmm.
And it's these wheels I've been wanting to buy for the Honda. And I'm like, that probably just doesn't look right. I'm like, how many is for sale? It's just a single wheel.
1 down, 3 to go.
Yeah.
Perfect. This is great. I'm well on my way.
Yeah. No, I'd rather just buy a set
Tell your
for-
friends, Heather. Tell your friends.
Yeah. See, Jordan's trying to bamboozle me.
Yep.
Dude, I got these wheels so cheap. Oh wait, it was just a
The
wheel.
sign. I think the signs were still behind you.
Yes.
Yeah. It's there. It's forever there.
That's good. You want me to go?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're okay.
Did you guys talk about the memorial candle up there?
We never talked about
I don't think
it.
we
It
talked-
needs to be right there.
I think
it's the funniest thing ever in here.
we talked about it like before.
Those things are really big, like Bridgeport, Connecticut, like where I work. Like,
Oh, really?
oof. Unfortunately, you see like stacks and piles of them all along neighborhoods. and
Yeah. For
highway and
unfortunate
everything
events.
else.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Corey.si.
Hello, hello.
Chuck, who is still away in the mountains. He'll be
I thought
back.
I was going to be Chuck.
He'll be back next
You
week.
Chuck.
In Chuck's chair, we have our friend, Mr. Scott Norton.
Heyo.
He's got a handful of stories and things that he can share with us. And we are going to get into our first cars and how we would approach them now. What would we do different?
I did my research. I'm ready.
Oh, you did some research. Wow.
Yeah.
It's been a while for you.
I
That's
thought
why.
to myself, if I you can never overdress, right? I said I could never over-prepare. I'm ready.
True.
That's right.
It's
Life
true.
is black tie optional.
It's true.
And I got 2 extra days to do it
That's true.
because we got snowed in.
That's, yes, also true. So, yeah, I keep forgetting today is Thursday.
It's a bit of
We're a day late.
oddball stuff going on here.
Yeah, it's odd. I don't feel right. Tomorrow's Friday.
Coming to
you
you
know.
live on a thirsty Thursday.
Put this on in the bars that you're drinking. That's it.
Yeah.
Getting real lubed up.
Tomorrow's Friday. That's exciting. Who has a long weekend?
I do.
I work every weekend.
Well,
Right
yes,
on.
You have a long weekend as well, just
You
in
know,
a different manner.
there's like videos with them, like it's Friday. And
Yeah.
people post it. And I just get.
It's the
angry.
same one of.
I just get Jesse,
Yes.
but
wanted
I
to
just
say
get
John.
angry every time I see it. I go, yeah.
Work every weekend. Saturday and Sunday.
Sundays, some not as much, but technically I'm like working from home on call.
Yeah.
People are still out there running over mailboxes.
If any,
Oh my
I
god!
was going to say if any malarkey happens, and sure
Oh,
enough,
When the phone rings on Sunday, it's never good.
It's never
yeah.
a hey. Thanks for doing a good job.
Nope, never.
Hey, got my roof caught on a bridge.
Yep. The truck is wedged under 95. What do you want to do?
Had a bit of an off.
Overfuel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how you fix that? If it's close, just let the air out of the tires.
Yep.
Easier to get air than it is the bridge.
Correct.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. We'll also cover some news, any upcoming events, things like that. But before we get rolling, this episode is brought to you by you out there, everybody who listens and supports Revival Motoring. Whether it be our show, Topics Under the Stairs, Loses Fast Boys, Talking Motorcycles, whatever it might be. Watching our YouTube, subscribing to that, all that good stuff. And, of course, everybody who subscribes to the B for B. What is B for B? That stands for Bucks for the Boys. That's how we keep this train rolling and the lights on and all of that good stuff. So we'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. But first, we can get into some
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
Leap Year Wild. Leap
Leap
Year's
year.
Wild.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Found out that somebody we know has a birthday on a leap year day.
He's only like 11 years old or something.
And it's wild to think about. I don't know how I feel about that. How I would feel about that personally.
So you take
I
your
hate-
age divided by 4
Is that it?
because it happens every 4 years, right?
Yeah.
Good call. Good math there. I wasn't putting 2 plus 2 there. I got you.
Yeah.
now, though.
Yeah.
So someone who's 40 is technically 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird. Like,
Well, I
Oh.
hate my birthday.
My-
I hate attention. I hate presents. So
Yeah.
I would love to have a leap year birthday.
yeah.
Once
yeah.
every 4 years, okay, we'll have a stupid birthday.
Or just
party.
like that day is gone. Just doesn't exist for 3 years. Or
Wow.
we have to wait 3 years for it to come around again.
I feel more bad for the people who are born on like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Like that's
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be pretty
Getting
brutal.
robbed out of presents right there.
Do you get double or do
whole
you get
life.
robbed?
You probably
I
in
think
the
you get
end you get robbed.
I think you get robbed.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, you for sure get
Bro,
robbed.
I want
because
I need a mid-year birthday. I got Christmas and then I got mid-year birthday.
I get in
got
October. I
presents.
think October's pretty
October
rad.
works out great.
Okay.
Because it's kind of the,
Does that time back to Valentine's Day? No, that's
That was
that was
yesterday.
yesterday.
no. But all the babies like they were
Oh,
all-
February, March,
Oh,
April,
yeah,
May,
yeah.
June, July, August, September, October. It does.
Hey.
It's pretty damn close.
Exactly. Yeah, buddy.
Shouts to my daddy in the chat room.
With the best name ever, Scott.
Fornicating with some strawberries.
Hey, now.
What was I going to say? October's good because it's kind of like the foreplay of holidays. You know what I mean? Like you kind of get things revved up, start it going.
Yeah.
So that's why people get in the giving spirit in October. I enjoy October.
Yeah, because it's far enough away from the holidays where like it's not like I'm gonna go light because they're going to be getting stuff so soon in Christmas, but it's close enough that, you kind of, it's all tied in together where you now as the recipient, you're like, damn, October, I've got gifts. November, Thanksgiving, love Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Christmas right around the corner. I'm into it.
Yeah.
To spin that around though, as a man, it'd be great if I got married on Valentine's Day.
There you go.
So then I can get two done
Two
for
for
one.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get it all figured
Yes.
out all
Yeah,
at once.
because
Correct.
with having like a Christmas birthday or something, or even close to it, like Corey said, the gifts can't be as hard. It can go from like,
Yeah.
ooh, I'm going to get a PlayStation for Christmas to I got a box of chocolates and some socks because I had to get two. You know what I mean?
My wife's birthday is a week before our anniversary. Brizoodle.
Yeah, you got to double up. You just got to double up.
Can you wrap it all together?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, there is a very fun.
Define the separation.
Yeah. Because they're spaced out just enough that like you can't like squeeze them both into one weekend. Like damn,
Right,
it's always
right.
gonna
It's
be-
just far enough. Yeah, just out of reach.
It's like just the first half of the Dr. Pepper can.
Yeah, top half. Only the top half is good.
The top half of the Dr. Pepper can. What do you got, Josh?
Let me see if I have any callbacks that I can
I'll have one.
access easily.
Corey,
Yes.
we talk a lot about it. What vehicle is my vehicle on Waze?
Your vehicle on Waze?
Oh,
So look, I'm quizzing him. I bet you.
I don't even know what all the options are.
if
Josh.
you-
It's got to be a white car.
it's an F1 race car.
It's a red F1 race car, Ferrari.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
Gone
that was an
over this.
option.
Yes.
I had that for a long time until I switched to the Killdozer.
I had been on there so long. It's just been there forever. I didn't know there was other options.
Yeah,
I literally
yeah.
think the F1 car was one of the only options that have been on there.
I think because we talked about it, I don't know, 4 months back or something. Actually, you know what? It might have been even longer, and it might have been Chuck talking about changing the voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when I changed it finally, because I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna change the
I don't
voice.
Hold on,
know
let
if
me-
mine.
Let me open up Waze
I
here.
haven't touched it forever.
Let's see. What do we got? See, this is find charging stations. I don't want.
He's
I
already-
don't drive an
he's
electric
already-
vehicle.
Dude, I don't have any problems with Waze. The only problem I have with Waze is it somehow kills the battery much more than Google Maps.
You need a charger.
The cop lookout on Waze is a billion times better than all the other ones combined.
Yeah.
That's initially why I started getting Waze, because just doing
I don't even know where to
a
find.
ton down the highway, doing a ton up.
I don't
the
even know
whole
where to
way.
find what the car vehicle details.
Somewhere in settings. I don't
Also,
know.
your comments last week or so about the Apple Maps. I mean, when your good buddy starts where you're going somewhere and he busts out the Apple Maps and you're just like, "Are you serious
Are
right
you
now?"
fucking kidding me,
Like,
dude? We're never
what-
gonna get
like-
Who
there.
did it? Name names.
McDorkle.
Oh,
Dude, he uses
Isn't he
Apple
Mr.
Maps.
IT?
I was like, dude, are you serious right now? Like, what rock are you under?
Isn't he Mr. IT in this?
Yes. And he uses Apple Maps like a dork. Oh my God.
Why? What was
I
his
don't know.
reasoning?
Because, like, he is Mr. IT, but I also don't think he has a single app on his phone except for the ones that come on it. Like, he probably has Facebook. He probably doesn't even have Instagram on there. If there was a Craigslist app, he'd have that.
So he uses an Apple iPhone as well?
Yeah.
That's interesting as an IT guy.
Yeah.
Most of those guys go way off the deep end. And like, oh, this is my...
But my brother's a huge IT guy, so him and Kirk are fast friends, but I don't know what the F they're talking about half the time.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
what language you're speaking. But
Hacking
Kev,
the
speaking of
mainframe.
Apple freaking maps, you got to be kidding me.
They're
It's
speaking in
unbelievable.
Matrix.
I wonder if the user base is large on that simply by default because
Of
people
the,
like
just the
Google.
amount of people. Yeah,
I have
just,
another funny one. So Kevin uses Apple Maps, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to look at my 964 years back. And it was right when Google Maps like hooked up the ad stuff. You could get the ads on Google Maps. And it literally said, get off this exit and make a right at Friendly's restaurant, blah, 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 blah. And like we get down there and like literally it worked. Kev's like, when we're done looking at the car, we got to get Friendly's. I was like, okay. So their ad campaign worked. But yeah, it was like, make a right at Friendly's restaurant, like, which was just a right at the bottom of the ramp.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to say, make a right at Friendly's?
yeah,
And then Kev's like, oh, yo, we're going. And
they pointed it out. That is one thing, I can say about Waze, like every now and again they'll stick the logo for whoever restaurant. I don't like that.
Google does too.
You know what I do like? Okay. Positives about Waze. Since I've been bitching about it, people have been feeding me their like
I've had
fixes.
a technician at work pop into my office. I don't want to say his name. I don't want to blow up his spot.
John Stairs.
No.
Oh.
Somebody
Spanish
I
English.
just wouldn't. No, somebody I wouldn't expect that was listening to the show. So big shouts to you. Thank you. Pop in. He's like, just so you know, Corey's very wrong.
That's funny.
I'm like, what? What is that? Caught me off guard big time. But yeah, he's like, I use it all the time. I've used it so much. I was on vacation. They shut me off because he was reporting so much stuff.
Oh, they're like, that's enough reporting for you.
They must have thought it was like a spam or some sort of.
I use them both. It like depends on the journey.
Yeah.
But I build full routes, trips through Google Maps, add stops, double checking times, going back and forth, like the CT Hot Dog 500 that me and Becker have planned that we have yet to execute. I have it completely planned out, like A, B, and C versions.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can we have a breakdown of what this is? Can we expose
It's a
this?
road rally between hot dog spots.
How many?
500. No, 5. That's what we named it. 500.
That's what I was.
No. It's just CT Hot Dog 500. So it's a road rally to hot dog places. We're going to have awards for, how many most hot dogs ate total.
Fastest glizzy sucked down.
Probably this and that, the other.
I got Becker on that.
But so I have like A, B, and C versions, and I have them completely split out and everything, Google Maps.
Sending that to Dobbins.
And so it's great. And then I've been really been on road trips. I'm planning my road trip to Helen this year.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make a week's vacation out of it, and I'm planning all my different roads and doing the research and looking at stuff. Except, I do have a complaint. Blue Ridge Parkway. Maybe you've heard of it.
Yeah.
It's very famous. It's a national park, actually, the entire road. Google Maps just does not want you to take it no matter what. Even if you type in like via Blue Ridge Parkway, it still takes you off it right away to be like, this is terrible. Don't go down this road. Like if you wanted to like go the whole thing or something. But
Like no one should be driving this.
Correct.
With all my bitching about Waze, a lot of people have fed their fixes or recommendations or, again, telling me I'm wrong, whatever. So permanently in night mode, fixed all my like visibility issues with like being able to see the map.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
That was the biggest improvement. And also it doesn't look as goofy anymore when it's in night mode, personally.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
And then there was another thing that there was another thing I turned on, and I should have remembered what it was before I started talking about this, but there was another thing I turned on, and it was like something to do with the data for the map, like how it displays you, and that made a big I forget what it is. But they recommended that. That made a big difference. It like highlights your normal routes. I'm a creature of habit. I drive kind of the same thing every day. So it like highlights your normal routes. And then with like the whole like car suggestion thing, not car suggestion thing, like the notifications, I like could like turn off the nonsense of like debris in road or like car on the side of the road. Like none of that matters. So it's like
you hit the little gear on most things, Corey, and you can turn things off.
Yeah. So I was like,
so wait,
I'm honing
the
it
night
in.
mode is with your new radio in your car because you have Android Auto.
Yeah.
I heard this last week too, so I don't want to get into other stuff, but real quick, what type of radio did you get?
Sony XAV 4000.
All right, never mind. Well,
I think that's something relative to the model number, but yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
No, because I'm looking at. We'll get into it later.
Okay. Those suggestions made a big deal, and then someone was like, "Well, you don't need to use Waze Maps. Like what I do is I'll run Google Maps, but Waze in the background." So I get all the notifications from Waze, but I use Google Maps.
You're huffing duals? You're huffing dual GPS?
That
over
fucking
there?
data plan is just getting worked.
Have you ever seen what happens to your battery when these things are
It's
running?
on the charger. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Man, it just sucks down battery. But
yeah, dude, running
Running
actually, hold
both?
on. Before I use
huffing dual GPS
hold on. Before
here.
I use this person's name, let me look it up and see if it's exactly who I think it is who told me this, because I don't want to call him out and ruin Dude, it's who I thought it was. Zach D.
What about him?
He's the one. That's why you run both, like Waze and Google.
That crazy.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's perfect. That's something.
He says you run no sound on Google and alerts from Waze. Come on, man.
That's a fucking. But what if they contradict each other? Or actually, no, right. If you're just doing alerts, it doesn't matter.
You know what's sad, though? Like,
he might be a genius.
I used to go to work every day, okay? And like post-COVID, like the world opening back up, like I GPS like going to work every day because there's always a effing disaster somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't go your regular 3 ways, go this way, which I know the way, but it's like, go this way because there's freaking a disaster. Like your effing bridge over here right now.
Yeah.
I cut through downtown Providence to get here. Oh, look, there's RISD. Oh, Rhode Island School of Design. How pretty. Oh, look. Oh, where am I now? Oh, Brown University. Very nice and fancy. Don't ever let yoga pants or leggings go out of style.
Come around here more often.
Whoa, hey now.
Yeah. So I am definitely coming around to it. But to tie this in with something quick, I gave my dad a ride to BMW Norwood. Kyle at BMW Norwood, who's had on the show, Pocket Full of Sunshine, Harper Fab.
Buy his oil pans.
Sold out immediately. Like the last thing, they sold out super quick. So it's incredible. I'm super happy for him and how well that's going for him. But anyway, so he works on my dad's car. And we got to bring it up there and drop it off. My dad's been telling me his brakes have been scraping. And I'm like, yeah, I know. They're worn. Like, we're going to get it up there and get it replaced. He pulls into the dealership. And I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? It sounded like he was just dragging like a road, like something.
He was dragging a brake rotor behind him on a chain?
Yeah, essentially is what it sounded like. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, I've been telling you. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like it's coming from the rear. I thought your brake problem's in the front. Whatever. Kyle hears it. He's like, oh my God. He's like, that's a terrible noise. Anyway, replaced all the brakes in my dad's car. Unbelievably fast. And it's perfect now. But with that being said, I had to give him a ride home. So we're driving home, and he sees, obviously, the screen and what's going on. I think he's like,
Android Auto,
but the Waze. And it's like, I forgot what he said. He either said like debris on road or roadkill on road, and he just starts laughing because he's like, what is this thing talking about? Like, what is it doing? It's roadkill on road. No, you have eyes, you can see it. He's like, and I was like, yeah. And I'm kind of trying to explain it to him. He's like, it's kind of like video game, like. And I was like, it is like a video game.
Like father, like son. What do you know?
How does he feel about wireless chargers and seafood?
He's a big seafood guy.
And hot dogs.
Big. Yeah, he does hot dogs, seafood.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
He's a Scot. He likes hot dogs.
Yeah. So, but no, he was like, yeah, it's a little.
This is a throwback. Did you guys mention because just sidebar, me and Corey talk about it. Hamilton to Ferrari on here?
Yes.
We did.
You did mention it? Okay.
We did. We also mentioned at the time it was breaking news of
Christian Horner being horny
deal. Still haven't seen many updates to that. I know the latest one I seen regarding it was like, oh, he's definitely going to be gone. But then a few hours later, there's another article. Well, we don't really know.
Dude, he's like supreme captain there. Like,
yeah.
There was nobody between him and Dietrich Mazepin, whatever.
Yeah.
Mr. Red Bull before
he was as high
away.
as it got.
Yeah. So it's pretty hard to take him out.
I mean, you already own a Ferrari suit. So how amped up are you for the 2025 season?
I'm not upset about it. I like Carlos Sainz because I liked his dad in rally because I like rally more than Formula One. So I feel bad for him, but I think somebody said like he's already got like a deal with Audi. Audi's taking over Alfa Romero.
Isn't there going to be a year gap though?
I don't know.
I think it like Audi's 2026, so there's going to be a year gap.
That's one thing. Like I know for fighters and stuff like that, you take a significant amount of time off. You got to really shake that rust off, or like you never come back.
Yeah,
I wonder how much of that.
I guess. I mean, I'm into it for sure, but I'm also a big F1 guy. Like, okay, here's a set of rules.
Yeah,
you can go as nuts as you want in this set of rules. Okay, stats. This many inches, this many liters, this many millimeters, everything. This many PSI, everything to build the fastest car. So what is it? 9 or 10 manufacturers.
Mm-hmm.
They all build their cars, and at worst, the one car is 2 seconds a lap slower,
which is a year.
Which is drastic. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know. But now think about the top 5. You're going around 4-mile track.
Yep.
And you're off by less than 1 second. A second is that long.
Yeah.
What? So, and then, Max Verstappen's car is so dominant. I don't care what you say. Max is a great driver.
Yep.
I want to see Max and Square Draw Alonso, everybody in the same car.
Yep.
Give them all whoever wins the previous year, everybody gets to be
Everyone
in that
gets the same car.
And I want to see what happens because, dude, Alonso is a freaking magician still.
He is. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lewis Hamilton is an amazing driver for sure. Like, I want to see those guys. Like, what about somebody like I can't even think of it. The lower guys, but put one of them.
Mick Schumacher.
Like
Yeah.
Yuki Tsunoda.
Yeah, Yuki. I was
Yeah.
about to say Takuma Sato, but he's been gone for 15 years. You probably don't even know who he is.
Nope.
Exactly. He used to be in F1, but
David Coulthard.
yeah, right. But I'm just saying, one of those dudes in the same car and like see what happens. I know they have the race of champion, and that's always fun, but like the
That's
same
not- yeah,
car,
yeah,
like
yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
it's wild. Like Alonso with little Aston Martin Mercedes is beating Mercedes.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
dude, it's part Alonso there.
Oh, for
that's
sure.
Why
Right. You would wish the driver level would come to be the difference versus.
And I know they talk, that's stock car racing, NASCAR. But dude, the NASCARs are not all this freaking same either, okay?
No. There's
Hendricks be whooping on everybody forever.
ask the boys that loses fast. I mean, that's one
I
of the
know.
things. Like, those specs are there, and that car meets those.
Fine,
specs.
put them all in spec Miatas for one race. Let's see what
That's-
happens.
that's- It's
Literally put them all in spec cars for qualifying. That
I
would be
love-
awesome. And then you go
There
back
you-
to your regular car,
There you go.
the FIA cars for quali, and then whatever fastest lap, there you go. And then you
Yeah.
go back to your manufacturer. And then
I do love the idea of like cheating to a certain aspect,
Jack
but
and
not
House.
really. Because one of my favorite things was to watch the Bad Obsession guys,
Oh, Bad Obsession Motorsport.
and it
yeah.
was like a pro spec Renault, right? But it was just, here's what the rule says. I'm going to meet that criteria, but I'm going to do this instead.
Did you guys watch the Braun documentary with Keanu Reeves?
No.
No.
Oh my god!
The old one, right?
Braun GP.
Yeah. From
Jensen Button.
yeah.
Okay.
Rubensberg. You didn't watch this documentary?
No.
No.
Oh my god! I don't know where
Where
it's
is
at.
it?
I'm sure
it's on one of the
it's
streaming
probably-
services.
yeah.
Braun GP.
Matter of fact,
Keanu
I
Reeves.
bet it's on
amazing.
Amazon.
Okay, there's the Last Dance with Jordan, and right behind it is
that?
this Braun GP. Dude, they pushed the envelope. They pushed the envelope in the rules
Hulu.
to the point that it went to like the Motorsport Supreme Court.
Board, yeah.
And they were literally like going to disqualify him for the whole season. Like the Supreme Court was literally like, dude, you guys wrote these rules. You didn't put in you cut out a couple sentences you should have put in. You didn't. Their
Right.
car's legal.
So it's
tomorrow, I mean, the next year, we're going to add those sentences in. So it's not going to be legal next year. But
Yeah.
it's just funny because Toyota was a participant of F1 at the time. And they had it too. It's called a double diffuser. So the exhaust would blow over the diffuser and help stick down the back of the car. Double diffuser was the whole thing. You can look it up. But like Toyota had a double diffuser too, but they still didn't execute it as well as Braun GP. And like
Yeah.
they bought Braun GP from Honda for freaking $1. I mean, this is an amazing story. Everybody out there, what's it called again? Braun, like
The Impossible Formula One story.
the Impossible Formula One story on Hulu. Everybody needs to watch it. It's so good. Keanu Reeves, like love
Anytime
the dude. He's totally into it.
his motorsport stuff, or I don't know about that, but like he did a couple bike things, and
Okay.
I forget, he has like a bike company,
Yeah.
Acme or something like that. But
Acme,
I
like
watched.
Roadrunner.
I forget what it is. It begins with an A. Yeah, I know. Hilarious, but there's a small, I don't know, 15-minute, half-hour documentary I watched that he did. And I'm like, shit, this is really good.
4-something parter, and I'm not that binge guy. I watched it all in 2 sittings, which
Yeah.
is not my deal. It's amazing.
Well, I'll definitely check that out now.
It's
But yeah,
amazing.
that's probably a better. Pushing the envelope is probably a better term than cheating, downright cheating.
So,
But I love that, like that idea of stuff, doing
dude-
everything you possibly can.
so Jimmy Johnson,
Yep.
Hendricks, Lowe's, winning mad championships. His crew chief is Chackenhouse. My man been like suspended for cheating, like finding stuff mid-season, like a dozen times over
Yeah.
the years. He's been so many times, and again, it's not cheating. It's not defined in the rule book.
Yeah.
Right. It's just
Oh,
it's
okay,
just-
maybe he cheated sometimes, but there was a lot of things like they took advantage of. Did you hear about the intake manifolds?
Yeah.
So the intake manifold is like kind of loose. And if you stand on it enough, the motor moves and the intake manifold will come up a hair and let in extra air for the super speedways. I forgot who was doing this. It might have been Denny Hamlin.
Yep.
But anyways, like, dude, like these
So
are the
on,
things.
on full throttle, lifts it up a little bit, and then
Yeah.
just
So
puts it in a
there's a smoke
position to
test
suck more in
through
air.
a smoke test during technician. So the motor's just sitting there,
Yeah.
or it's revving, it's fine. But under crazy downforce and the load on the
speed and
engine, it
every- yeah.
tilted the or moved the engine just a hair, and the intake manifold would rise up, and all extra air could get in between the intake manifold. Love that shit,
so
dude.
good.
Little more power. What was it? I don't know if I'm like assembling memory from a bunch of different things, but was it Lotus? It might have been Lotus that had the F1 car where they had the side skirts that went to the ground.
Yeah, ground effects.
Yeah.
Effect. Yeah.
And that was technically something that was like not in the
Yeah.
rules, but no one else was doing. So it was like, I found
Mm-hmm.
that really interesting.
I mean, the double diffuser is amazing. And of course, like the second they ruled it as it was going to be good, everybody ran back to drawing boards to like
Do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Adrian Newey, you know he is the greatest aerodynamicist like ever living. He works for Red Bull.
Mhm.
You know, he's a notepad and paper guy, you know, even though he still had tablets back then. He's literally at the back of the Bronc car with his notes, like just writing all the shit he saw like the first race, like, oh my God, look what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like bugging out about it. It was
I'll
great.
have to watch this.
Oh, it's amazing. If you like motorsport, you will like this because it's so well done.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I remember seeing like this cover.
Ross Braun used to be, he was the head of Ferrari forever with the legendary Michael Schumacher for all those years. So that's where I became a Ferrari fan with Michael Schumacher. So then Michael's gone. Then Ross Braun moves to Honda. And then Honda's going out of business because of the 2008, you know, financial world shitstorm.
Economic sad time.
Yeah, serious economics at that time. So like Ross ends up buying it for like a pound.
Oh my God.
And like the Japanese guy who like took the pound, like he still has the pound note. It's wild. Anyways,
That's crazy. Yeah.
tangent.
Wild stuff going on. So overall, you're excited for the new F1 season.
Not really, but I do
Okay.
like it. I am obsessed with WRC.
Mm-hmm.
Totally
I
obsessed, and
I was
you know,
talking to Matt
even
Wood.
IMSA. I'm more into it.
I was talking to Matt Wood a month or two ago. My only issue with WRC is how difficult it is to watch. You got to get that
Dude.
other app or whatever the hell
No,
it
and
is.
that I got ripped off by the app.
So that's my thing. It's just like, what the fuck? So I watch all sorts of highlights on YouTube.
I know,
from
and they're
like,
not long
from,
enough.
What the hell,
Dirtfish.
Dirtfish. So, and they do really good work, and it's really interesting. But like,
I hear you.
I just remember the days of me being, I don't know, a teen or in my 20s and putting on like Speed Vision or Velocity.
Yes.
And like, oh shit, it's fucking 11:30 at night. That rally's going on.
Speed Vision to
I'm gonna
Speed
go.
TV.
I'm gonna go
Yes.
to sleep to that. But it was like, it was still interesting enough for me to, warrant my attention.
I remember having to see, I don't even know if you use the internet. I don't know how I would know, but it would be on and like appointment viewing. Like there was no
Yeah, yeah.
DVRs.
Yeah.
There was VHS, but I remember like, maybe I was still back with my parents at the time, but like literally like going to, 11:45, like almost getting up to go watch
Yeah.
WRC. Like that's how much I'm into it. But
Yep.
again, like F1 became huge. Drive to Survive. They're doing a NASCAR one now. I don't know if you know. And
It's out. Supposedly it's pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah, right. So, but I don't think WRC needs that, but WRC, like, make it easier for Americans to consume your product.
Yeah.
Don't switch mid-season to a different app and then have that app not literally work on anything except for a phone. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
It's like
not
the-
even an iPhone at first.
The
Only worked on
worst
Android.
possible
Like,
way to.
it's freaking terrible. I used to
Especially-
pay $120 a year to watch WRC. I have no
Yep.
problem.
Yep.
I don't care. I'll pay it all the time. When it was the official WRC app, it was great.
Yeah.
Now someone else, third
I can't-
party
it's
sold
like-
it off. It's a freaking disaster.
It's like an orange logo or
It says
something.
Rally TV. Guess what?
Yeah.
Doesn't play on any effing TVs.
Yeah.
It only plays on phones and
You have
tablets.
to watch it on your phone. Can you cast it to a TV? Or stream?
Yeah, but I don't want to do all this shit. Like, I have, you know what I have still? I have a thing called cable TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Sometimes I just watch something on TV. Like, I don't need to. All right, I'm going to start making my food. Now I'm going to take 15 minutes to get it ready to watch my show. Now I want to hit the button in 2 seconds and start watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of news, just so you know, the Toyota Gazoo WRC team, the Rally 2, which is the class below the highest levels of rally, the Rally 1, the Rally 2, their new Toyota GR Yaris Rally 2 car for customer-based teams, it's an amazing piece of kit. If Shook was here, I'd tell him to bring it up on the screen, but
Well, we can do
it's
that.
capped at €200.
200.
200 euro, 200,000 euro.
Okay.
200K euro.
I'm like €200.
You could buy one.
Yeah. €200. I'm in.
I checked out my 401k and some other stuff.
Yeah.
Should I do this?
Yeah.
I posted a bunch of clips on my Instagram at R411YE because I love that ish.
Now, is it something you couldn't bring it here?
So it's not street legal, but
Yeah,
it's two-door
race car.
It has slightly different aero than the race car. It's the same 3-banger turbo, different all-wheel drive. Look at it. How beautiful is that?
Yeah,
Sign me up.
Oh my God.
That's why I'm going to get rid of my 401k right there.
I mean,
who
I get
needs a
it.
401k? I've got
get
a Toyota Gazoo
Are
Yaris
those-
Rally 2 car.
Is that just the image, or are they running 2 different tire sizes?
That's the same tire size. Just the arch in the back is wild.
Just
still
makes
at
it
the
look
front.
like it's fucking.
If you look at the arch, you see the back of the arch in the front. It's like a weird shape.
Yeah.
There's some sort of aerodynamic advantage, and they had to put a limit on that, like right there.
With where this is curved and this has that.
Right at that kink right there.
Yeah.
That kink is a fancy measurement on the aero in those cars. I did a whole thing. It's also in the actual Rally 1 WRC cars. Look at that thing. Oh, my God. If I pulled up here to the studio and that thing, you guys would just be like, It's so good. Dude.
That's all we'd be doing.
Hit the button.
Yeah, it has the
what a
sand
rear
depth.
end.
Yeah.
It's a single exit?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I'm in love. Look at that. Oh, my God.
€200,000. You can get this.
You're all in.
I'm all in. Do they make them in white? I bet they would for 200K.
No,
If
that's
you
how you
scroll
get
down,
it.
Scroll down.
That's how you get it, because they anticipate you putting a livery on that.
All the test ones were gray. Keeps going. According to FAA regulations, separately charged tax, customs duty, shipping fee. Oh, I used to say 200 grand.
They're sold out now.
Oh, wait. They are different tire sizes.
Really?
Oh,
No,
no.
that's for tarmac
Okay.
and
Yeah.
gravel.
Okay. I got
Yeah,
you.
but if you go back, scroll back up, Josh.
Gravel, they go from 18s to 15s.
If you look at like the bolt patterns on all rally cars, including these Rally 2 cars, they have these giant bolt patterns like 5x150, forget Porsche, whatever, because the wheel bearings are so gigantic. Like literally the wheel bearings are like 10,000 pounds a piece, this and that.
Yeah, just to
To handle the beating.
Yeah.
Yumps. Big yump.
Yeah,
Big yump.
if you go up a little bit.
How
more,
hot
Josh,
is that? I hope I've all
It's
educated
great
you all.
side shot.
So good, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, you can see the hub. This is that center.
Yeah, it's gigantic. It's
Look,
because
the
it's
size of
all
a
for the
tennis
wheel
ball.
bearing. It's way bigger. It's more like
It's a more 80.
yeah. It's probably bigger. It's probably 100.
Yeah, let's say because I think BMW 72.5.
Do you
Is
guys
it?
not
Oh,
think? Do you
geez.
guys not think that's amazing or what?
No,
I think it's really cool. You know what I actually think is more cool about it is there's no livery on it, so you can really get to appreciate.
Well, that was one of the reasons why I got so turned on because all the test videos of it, there's no livery. And
it's
like,
just plain, yeah.
like the body in white.
Yeah.
You know, freaking love it.
I
Oh my
watched
God. Even the Ford Puma. Puma. So you could look up Ford Puma Rally 2 car. That's a pretty hot, sexy little beast.
I think I can't remember if it was the Ford Puma or if it was a Red Bull
It's
one.
Puma, Josh.
No, I
Puma.
think it was the
It's
Ford.
not water.
It
It's
was-
water.
no, around here it's water.
Oh, that's right.
I watched incredibly cool video of a naked rally car having the livery installed.
Okay.
It was kind of ASMR-ish, but there was music, if I can recall. But it was just a cool-ass video. How they do it. It was, I feel like Red Bull was involved for some reason.
Red Bull
Might have
be-
been,
you
but
know, Red Bull. I never drink Red Bull, but if I ever started drinking energy drinks, I drink Red Bull because they support so many motorsports, so many motorsport guys, up and coming motorsport stuff.
Oh, the Fiesta.
oh no, that's the
That's the old one.
yeah.
No, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. Just go back to that one you're just at.
Yeah, I don't know.
Click on that.
Yeah, the
Sexy
Puma's
enough.
below. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is good looking.
Yeah.
Still.
Fiesta's hotness. I think that's called a Mark 8.
Oh, look at
I
all the
love
buttons.
this
Oh,
stuff.
yes.
That stuff's so fucking
Okay,
good.
I would recommend everyone go onto YouTube and you type in Henry Catchpole Citroen rally car, and he does a whole drive test on Sebastian Loeb. I think it's 9-time WRC champion. He does a whole thing with the car, and he goes over that stack of switches like just to get it going and everything it does, and you're just like, holy crap, that thing is a spaceship, and it's from like 2006 or something.
Yeah, craziness.
Anyways, WRC is the best. Henry Catchpole is the man.
I say it like I catch myself all the time showing my wife WRC videos, and she's probably tired of hearing it, but I've said it like hundreds of times. You WRC drivers are craziest. I'm always just look at this. Look at this. Would you look at it? Would you look at it?
So, yeah, like so last year there was a death. Driver died. His name is Craig Breen. He's from Ireland. He was WRC, top level Hyundai driver. He had been in and out of the sport. He couldn't really catch a ride. A little inconsistent results, and then he really started turning on, and it turned into like everybody was kind of fighting over him. And in a test run, you don't know exactly, but basically, minor accident, but something punctured the car and punctured him.
Oh.
And he died instantly on the spot. I mean, and the co-driver is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with him.
I was gonna say that's one of the my biggest fears when
But
it
then at the
comes to
same
that sort of
time,
stuff.
there's a car, it rolled 37 times, and like the guys run away from the car
Or the
because they think
one
it's going to catch on fire.
a couple of years ago, they're on the cliff. I don't.
The one that
remember
fell in the
who.
water?
Well, that one too. That was wild.
all
But the one you're saying
Titanic.
where he flips, he catches his pass or probably his driver's side. I don't know what side he's driving on. Right side of the car, drops a wheel or two, pulls him off the cliff. They start rolling into the trees, through the trees, down the mountain. It's just like
I think that was Jari Matti.
I believe so.
Jari Matti Latvala. He's now the head of Toyota Gazoo Racing. Trust me, Formula One is cool.
Yeah.
WRC is way better.
I mean,
bro.
the two events that they started off with this year, Japan, wild because of the weather, and then what was it, Switzerland? I can't remember the one where it was at night and like all the
snow?
crowd was still out there.
Oh,
with
that's
all
Monte
the
Carlo.
that was Monte Carlo.
Monaco, but it's called Monte Carlo. 'cause
That was
it's
the most
Monaco and France.
recent one. I
Yeah,
believe.
that just happened.
The scenes from that.
I know.
I've
That's
seen a lot of
called
those Instagram
That's called the
clips.
Col
Out
de
of control.
That's called the Col de Torini. It's like the top of a mountain there.
Yep.
I gotta go there someday. I gotta drive over that
That's-
shit.
yeah.
Pretend
Yeah.
I'm in
That's
WRC.
that's a bucket list one
Love
for
it.
sure.
You want to go watch?
So I have a trip this year planned. So October, I'm going to Rally Legend in San Marino, Italy. You could bring it up on there. It's basically, it is an official rally, but they set it up around all the old cars to come out and compete. Rich people who still compete with like the car from early 2000s or the 90s. They bring all their cars, but then Hyundai and Toyota will bring the modern day cars too to show the crowds too.
Yeah.
And it's called Rally Legend in San Marino, Italy. I'm flying to Amsterdam, going to meet up my friend Mish and Paul, and we are road tripping there, and it's going to be sick.
That sounds really exciting. Sounds like a
Yep.
great time.
I'm going because that's how much of a nerd I am. I had planned to go to Rally WRC Germany with Mish, because it's not that far from Amsterdam, but post-COVID, they canceled it. No more.
Really?
And it was a tarmac. I want to go to a tarmac race too, like tarmac spec WRC cars, boner jams all the way. But yeah, I'm going to Rally Legend.
Dude.
It's gonna be sick. I can't wait. It's on tarmac and gravel like the whole weekend. So yeah, it's gonna be sick. So yeah, I'm going to that.
And that's what this October, right?
Yeah, beginning of October,
10th,
10th, 11th.
10th, 11th,
Yep.
or 10 through 13.
But there's supposed to be one in Tennessee. And
Really?
the state of Tennessee is like actually putting some money into it. So if you look up WRC Tennessee, like they're working on getting it here. And God,
oh yeah.
That could be
I
the
vaguely
spark.
remember that.
right.
Could be the
But
spark.
one other thing too, like ARA, American Rally Association or something, they do good, whatever. But I just can't get into it as much. I don't know. I'm just born and raised in WRC, but Vermont Sports Car is the Subaru Motorsports North America people. Anything racing Subaru's Vermont Sports Car. They have a build series on their YouTube. I don't know how many episodes of building their, because that new WRX came out.
Yep.
So they got a turn that into the rally car.
Yeah.
So they spent like the last half of the previous, not last half, the last few races of the previous season trying things that they knew they were going to be in the new one. And it's the whole buildup of the car. Again, another great docuseries, not that long, but great episodes. Vermont Sports Car, and it's their newest WRX build. And again, it's just very interesting to get to the testing and what's breaking, what's not breaking. It's great. I'm obsessed with it. Sorry.
No, I think what prevents me from being any more interested in it than just like watching some YouTube clip videos is the inability to watch it normally.
Live?
Yeah.
With the app and stuff, you could watch the special stages, and then the last stage of the last rally is called oh my god, blanking. Anyways, you get extra points for winning that one. 5 points for the first place. Second place gets 4, whatever. So you could have like the perfect race weekend where you win the rally and you win the power stage. I think power stage. Yeah. But yeah, it's very interesting. Like I would love to watch the power stage live because all the drivers like finish and then you all stand around a TV watching to see what's going on and looking at the times and they're looking. It's interesting.
I dig it. It's also nice when someone else is like deeply obsessed with something like this to hear them talk about it.
Oh, number one passion.
Number one.
Not number one, but you know what I mean? Like motorsport.
It's
Yeah. Rally golfs, rally racing. There's a connection there.
Yeah.
Any other callbacks?
Whoops. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. First one I have here is shout out to Jimmy Oaks. He's dad.
Big shouts to Jimmy Oaks. Congrats.
Congratulations to him.
Love what you're doing, Jimmy. Keep
that is awesome for him. So super happy. Let's see. Delete that one. Don't need that. Oh, I went to a junkyard last Friday.
Pick and pull?
Pick and pull.
Yes.
I've been to a pick and pull junkyard in probably 15 years.
Oh, great American pastime.
I had the time of my life.
Exactly.
I went with Chuck's brother. Chuck's brother has a Buick Roadmaster wagon. Like a mid-90s, early 90s one, I think.
Woody edition?
It's got all the wood paneling. Down,
wood sticker edition?
Yeah, wood vinyl.
Yeah.
And we were talking because I needed a bunch of grommets, which I'll get into in a second, for the Honda, for the project I'm working on with that. And I was telling him, it seems like the only way I'm going to be able to get him is I got to go to the junkyard, but I just haven't really felt like going. It's kind of been a pain in the ass, whatever. So he brings up, now I haven't looked at a pick and pull. I didn't even know pick and pulls had a website. But these pick and pulls have a website now of their inventory and where it is in the yard.
Oh,
fancy pick.
That's game changing.
Now when I went, it was just like you just got to walk. And
that was half the fun.
You
got to walk through the muck, the mud,
yeah.
to find your car and then lay in the mud.
So he's like, we look, and they had a bunch of no EGs, but some EK stuff. I was like, I can definitely take some stuff from that if there's anything left. And he's like, they never have this car. So he types in the Roadmaster. They had just gotten one in like a few weeks before. And he's like, there's no way anything is left to this car. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, what do you got going on? Like, let's go check it out.
It tells you how long it's even been there?
It tells you when it got received in.
Wow.
Everything. I think it has a few other small notes about it. And he's like, dude, there's no way there's anything there, but you know what? Let's go. So we hop in the van, we drive over there, and we go in, and we see the wagon, and like, it's hysterical because it's just like Hyundai Tucson, SQ5, like all this like junk. And then at the end of the aisle is like the crowning shining achievement, which is the Buick Roadmaster wagon.
Glowing.
Had the whole interior. So we got the whole interior out of it. We took the whole interior out of it.
You know what's funny? I was wondering. I walked through the other door to throw some trash out.
That's what it is, dude.
And on the table, I'm like, this looks like Roadmaster stuff.
It is. Yeah.
God, that's hilarious.
We got so his interior is a little tired.
Yep.
So
there you go.
We looked at this interior, and this interior was like, man, there's one hole in the driver's seat.
The best part is when you got to carry all that stuff back to the end.
So we get it all out, and he's like, shit, how the hell are we going to move all this?
Exactly.
And I'm like, I mean, they're not that heavy. Like, we'll take like one at a time. It's not that big of a deal. The Roadmaster wasn't that far into the yard. He's like, let me go see. Like, I'm going to go ask them. I'm like, all right, cool. He comes back with like a wheelbarrow. And we like Tetris it all in the wheelbarrow. So we've got like the upper bench, the lower bench, The passenger seat, no, the driver's seat, it's a bench. The whole thing.
So you're using the bench to make the wheelbarrow wider so you can fit more on there?
Yeah. So like, and then we're shaking the car down. So like we're taking rubber gaskets off. We're taking like caps and wiper on. We stripped the shit out of this car and got everything from it. We get up there. He's like, how much do you think it's going to be? I'm like, honestly, I don't know, man. We got a lot here. Like,
No, he didn't even ask how much first? You rolled up with the
No,
wheelbarrow
just
full
fucking
of material?
figure it out. He was like, it doesn't matter. I'm buying it.
Because, dude, yeah, but sometimes the junkyard's like, that'll be $50. And the next time, that'll be $500.
Yeah.
Well, come on, bro.
Yeah. So he gets up there and she's like looking around, she's poking around and she's typing everything in. She's like, $300, 300 whatever, something dollars.
Perfect.
And he's like, okay. So we get all the stuff in the van. Now we go back in for the stuff I wanted to get. And I'm like,
Your grommets?
the grommets, yeah. Grommets in like little brackets.
She's like $295. $295.
Yeah, these grommets in like little brackets. So I'm like, all right. So I find three of the grommets I was looking for. I wanted more because I figured sometimes they rip, especially with like doing the wiring stuff. So I wanted more, but I just got 3 of them for now. I got some brackets. I got an engine cover for the Polo and some other like little screws or whatever. I get up there, I put it all on the counter. She rings it all up. She's like, $97. I'm like,
what?
I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, like the engine cover, it comes up, it's expensive. Like, and she shows me, she's like, engine cover. And it was like $40. I'm like, fuck it. I've been looking for one forever. I buy it. So then whatever, we get home. I'm like at my house and I take everything out of the bag and I see the receipt and I'm like looking at it. I'm like, this doesn't add up. She charged me for 6 grommets. I only got 3. And 2 of these like engine brackets. I only got 1. And then the engine covers. So
how many parts were in your toolbox though that you stole?
I didn't steal anything.
Oh,
No.
half the fun is you only buy half. You buy half.
Fill your pocket.
No,
Yeah.
no, I didn't steal anything. No, I'm not.
I'm joking.
Never
I'm
been much.
joking.
Never been much for me.
That was the
but-
last time I went to a pick and pull. Was I was stealing as a young.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we used to go all the time when I had my Mark III. That's where we'd go, like, and we'll get into that later.
It would probably, if I go to one, it'll probably be alarming to me the cars that are in there.
Yeah, it looks like a mall parking lot.
Yeah.
Because
No,
it's just the difference. You know what I mean? Of like back then, it's not. It's
Dude, there was
wasn't
Mark
rare to
IIs
see
and
old
Mark
shit
IIIs
and-
back in the
right,
day.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like a mall parking lot.
I'm putting together R32. I talked to Zach DePere. He goes, dude, there's not a single Mark IV left in the junkyard. It's all Mark Vs and 6s. I go, what? There's no Mark IVs. He goes, no, I'm not kidding. He's like, I find out when they get a fresh Mark IV and I go down there. I'm like, what? There should be like
crazy.
50 in there.
So
He's like,
you
nope.
can go on and check their inventory as
Yeah.
stuff comes in. The craziest thing I saw, or most relative, was a early B5 A4 180.
Jesus.
Had the Euro hatch.
Really?
Yeah, so the first ones had the Euro hatch.
Oh,
It had
okay.
like the Euro fenders. Had all a bunch of little quirky things. That's where I got the engine cover from. And anyway, so whatever. I'm like, fuck it. I bought them. I have them now. It doesn't. And literally, people
You
like
should go back to the return stuff. That'd be hilarious.
junky, like shitty ripped grommets. People are selling for like $20 a pop for these fucking cars because
Yeah,
no one
you
can
were
get them.
telling me about stuff. Like, what is with the prices on these Hondas?
Because like
Jesus.
there was a period in time where there was like if anything was factory, it all got torn out and thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, let's replace
It
it
costs more to keep this around than for us to throw it away.
with let's just replace it with fucking
All the manufacturers do
neochrome
that.
junk, all this nasty stuff. So there are a few grommets missing in that car. So I was like, I want to replace them. So I got them. So I'm happy with that. I took them home. I boiled them. So get all the dirt out of them. Then I scrubbed them with like Dawn dish soap, real good. And I applied like 4 treatments of like rubber rejuvenator to them. I'm telling you, they're like brand new. It's so perfect.
If you put that much effort into a grommet, it should be brand new.
Yeah. It's perfect. But I'm super happy with it. So that was my journey to the junkyard. But now I'm like, every other day I'm like looking. I'm like, they get anything new? They get anything new?
Just waiting to go.
There's
Can you set up like an alert if
I don't know. You know, I should
92 Civic shows up?
I should see. The one in Cumberland, a different town I went to, had a 96 or 97 Integra. And I was like, dude, there's no way. That thing was dropped off 2 days ago. There's no way there's anything more than like a skeleton left.
You know why?
in that
Because
car.
those guys have alerts set up on their cell phones.
Yeah.
Or they have people who work there to alert them directly.
Yeah. That's another thing too. But even when I was working on the few cars I was working on, cutting the stuff out of it, there were people like walking around, like around me, like waiting to come like get shit out of the car. And I was like,
You're not throwing elbows for parts in the junkyard? It's mine. Get out of here.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I was looking
It's
for
like a
anything they were,
shoe release.
Yeah.
but it was a ton of fun. I mean, I gotta make it part of like a normal routine now to like go check out junkyards.
I haven't been forever, but I've been I'm going to be having to go to get Mark IV stuff. And then Zach's like, dude, there is none. I go to X, Y, and Z, the 3 by us, and he's like, there is none. He's like, I'll let you know when there is one. Now I was like, jeez, Louise.
That's crazy that there's none there. But yeah, all this worked because I think I talked about it in weeks past. I was looking to fix my horn in the Honda, and that led
I heard
me,
the story already, and I
that
love
led me,
it.
That led me down a rabbit hole into now I ended up in the engine bay, and now I'm looking at the hack job that someone else did.
If anybody's
engine
listening and go, wait a second, how did he fix his horn with the grommets he just bought? Keep listening.
I didn't. Turns out there's no actual horn in the car.
Oh, you cut to the you blew
I
it.
already told that other story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Oh,
I already told the whole other story of I already told the whole other story of searching for why the horn wasn't working instead of just looking and see if there's a horn in
Did
the
you
car.
buy a horn when you're at the junkyard?
No.
Because that would be smart.
No. And I'm just like, like whoever put this harness in just really fucking hacked it up. And like, I know I'm going to regret one time I take this car out and I'm going to have a problem and I'm not going to be able to figure it out because of whatever bullshit went on in here. So I was like, you know what? Fuck the horn. I don't need a horn. I'm going to rewire the engine bay. Now, fortunately, I can buy a harness, which you saw earlier from Rywire.
I thought you got it from Temu.
No, I wish.
Oh, okay.
It would save me
$9.99.
$1,000. And I like right
It's
when
a
I got,
nice piece. It's a nice piece.
it's very nice. But
It's
I
much
got,
nicer than your strut towers. Sorry.
that's a whole different mess. But we'll get there. We'll figure that out someday. But I got the new wiring harness in, so I want to make sure I put all the new grommets in, pass the wires for them, and all be like freshy fresh, nice.
You got to rub out any grommets you took off the car, like give them a fresh rub down at your house. Like
Yeah, I will. Actually, there's 2 on the driver's side.
Take them home tonight. Rub them out tonight.
Yeah, there's 2 on the driver's side. Those are going to come out with me. They're going to come home. I'm going to give them a good rubber rejuvenate.
Rub down.
Yeah.
Good rubber rub down. Pass
We'll be
out
good.
right afterwards.
But yeah, I'm excited to get that part in. Or get those parts in, I should say. It should be a lot easier process than it was with the previous car.
I do love your car. I was just busting balls, but
Yeah.
while we were waiting to start the show, I was checking out the car a whole bunch. Love that car.
I like it too.
It's my 3rd favorite Honda.
I'm
I like it
excited
too quite a bit.
to see the bay get cleaned up.
Yeah,
and
just clean it, Mister.
refreshed.
Hey, rubber rejuvenator. Could we just get some simple degreaser in an
Yeah,
engine bay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good Lord.
What do you clean your engine bays with?
Simple Green
I was gonna say,
fixes
is it
everything.
Simple Green? Yeah.
And now would be a great time because all the wiring's going to come out of it.
You
Yeah,
buy,
yeah, that's-
you buy a shitty used car like me. First wash, Simple Green.
Yeah.
Simple Green, the whole outside, everything.
Really?
Jams.
You do the exterior
Hell
Simple
yeah.
Green too?
Even if it gets on the inside, it still smells good.
Yeah.
Strips anything
I
that was
used to
on
use
there.
some-
You get
I've
a
been
real.
using Simple Green since I was about 16, because to rejuvenate brake pads and wheels on BMX bikes and make them stop real good, clean your wheels.
Really?
Yep, Simple
Huh.
green stuff. It was the biggest thing. Your brakes get really loud, but they'll stop like crazy. Yep, love doing it.
More you know.
Yep.
But
Keep
yeah,
it
I love Simple Green.
Now
Buy by
with
the gallon.
all the wiring out of it, now would be a great time to do it.
We've gone over the detail brushes. I think you should get some Simple Green and go to town.
Simple Green, couple of detailed brushes. Put on some good
Simple
tunes.
Green Lemon is a game changer.
I mean, I think regular Simple Green smells
Have you
fine.
used Purple Power?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm a Simple Green guy. What do you want?
I'm fucking inquiring. This is what I
Are
want.
you a Purple Power guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
I'm actually a
Mr. Simple
Fabuloso.
Green over here would fucking come over that table. and-
Fabuloso
Turn you into
is
a
where
Simple
I'm at,
Green boy.
actually.
Fabuloso? I know
Fabuloso.
that. That's from the dollar store,
Yeah, it is.
bro. $5 Below, Dollar
Okay,
General.
so that's what I was curious of. Simple Green now has lavender
Whoa, now that's my joint.
and lemon.
Lemon.
Okay. Purple
Wow.
Power is for skirts.
And the
Yeah, yeah.
original was called Sassafras.
That was the original?
The original
OG, bro.
Sassafras. Sassafras.
The first time I ever went to the store and I wanted to clean an engine bay, and it's really my second car, but my first car, I remember going to the auto parts store and I got Simple Green
There you go.
to clean my engine bay. Yep.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll grab some. I have a gallon of 3M degreaser at home.
Mm-hmm.
Because I already own that, I'll use that instead of going to buy something else.
Fine.
And then
Start with that.
yeah, you get a spray bottle with some nice little water in it. I have so many brushes.
Water. Psh, straight gangster. Full
Straight up.
concentrate, bro.
Yeah, full concentrate.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean you got to rinse it after.
Yeah, but you don't need to dilute it in your spray bottle.
Oh no!
I thought you were diluting
No, I'm just
your
talking
spray
to
bottle. I was like,
rinse.
don't be a pussy.
No, to rinse after.
Whatever
No.
you're using, don't be a pussy.
Yeah, to rinse after.
Send it.
But I've got so many brushes at
Send
home.
it with Simple
I
Cream.
might just retire them all to an engine bay and re-up everything at home.
That's a good idea.
Well, why do you need to go to Joe Booth's again to get my bumper?
Oh yeah.
Joe Booth, Perfection Plastics, shout
Yeah.
out, fixing stuff all the time for me. Now he needs to fix something for Mr. Corey.si.
Yeah,
Does he know yet?
Yeah, I talked to him. I
Okay,
talked to him.
okay.
So my dad always gets me some sort of tools for a birthday, Christmas, whatever. He's a big tool guy. He gets them for me. So he got me a label maker. And because I think I talked to him about
Brother P-Touch, industry standard.
Brady,
yeah, it's a brother.
brother.
It's a
Of
brother.
course,
I
it's
don't
a
know.
P-Touch then.
Well, yeah,
Get them
what model.
T21 inserts.
But I
Right
remember,
here, bro.
I remember when I talked to him
That's exactly what that was
about
made
labeling
of.
the Polo, it was like, I'm always handwriting everything and I can't fucking read it later, whatever. So he got me a label maker. So I'm in the passenger footwell of the Honda and there's an amp under the seat and I took the seat out and I'm trying not to kneel on the amp or sit on the amp because I don't want to damage it because I don't, whatever. And I got this cramp.
I don't want to disconnect those 8 wires since I'm disconnecting 80,000 under the hood.
What he could have done, he's could have labeled them first.
Yeah, that's right. I could have labeled them and then disconnected
Yes,
them.
could have. But
Hey,
anyways,
hindsight's 2020, right?
correct.
And I was like, oh, I'm so fucking cramped up in here, whatever. And I go to move my knee, and I knee the dash.
And I shit kick the dash in it
And
tomorrow.
I fucking break a huge slice off of the dash, like the size of a slice of pizza.
Yeah, it's a generous size slice of pizza.
Oh, and I was rage quit. Rage quit. I was so fucking mad. I took a photo of it and immediately
I'm laughing with you. I'm not laughing at you.
message
'cause we've all
Joe.
been there.
And I'm just I fucked
Please
up.
tell me you can fix this.
Yeah, I fucked up real bad.
Can you save me?
So I've got to take out the dash now.
Just for pure ignorance, have you looked to replace?
Yes, tell
Yeah.
him.
The only other blue dash I found for sale currently was $1,200 and also cracked.
That's a 1200.00.
And also cracked is
And
the key.
also not good.
Oh wow.
And also cracked. So I started this whole project with I'm not going to take apart the whole car.
Here we go, baby.
To now I've got
Did you just figure out a half hour ago that you need to take the fuel rail out to get your harness in?
the intake manifold is going to come out.
I'm sorry, you're right. The intake manifold. has to
Intake
come
manifold.
off.
The fuel rail is already off.
Sorry.
The intake is out. I've got the battery box and all the battery system. That's out.
Fuse holder
The fuse
out.
block, I'm moving into the engine bay. And I'm like, everyone I was reading was like, listen, just take out the blower motor and you'll be able to get to that hole.
HVAC stuff, yeah.
Fine. And I'm like, I'm not fucking going through this. I'm not taking it all out. I'm not going to do it. And I was working with Kyle a little bit last weekend, and he was trying. He had a big snake, and he got one plug through. And if he's struggling to do it, I know it's not a good time. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Whatever. I'll take it out. I take it all out, and I'm just like, I got to take the dash out now because I broke it. I got to take the driver's seat out now so I can get the dash out.
You don't got to take the driver's seat out.
Yeah, because I have to be able to pass it forward. It'll make my life easier.
Okay.
Instead of me wrestling it, it'll
That's
make my
fine.
life easier.
Yeah, I don't want you to break it anymore. So.
Yeah, so 4 bolts, I'll just take it out and get out of the way. I've got the evaporator. I've got the blower motor out.
This is because of a horn.
Why do we do this?
This is
We
'cause
love
of the horn.
The
we
horn
love- we
still
love
doesn't
this.
fucking work.
Because you don't have one.
'Cause
And you
he
didn't
needed-
buy one at the pick and pull.
Yeah.
He
For
wanted.
$97 for a horn.
He just wanted to go meep meep. That's all he wanted to do.
I just wanted the horn to work.
That's it.
And then the dash said meep meep.
Yeah,
Look at this.
dude. I can't believe it. So
Funny story. I'm thinking about you rolling around under this dash, whatever. So Tuesday, doing some snow blowing at my house. Well, I hurt myself Monday night at work, working on a truck, and my groin is pulled. So I'm still doing snow blowing. Got a big 2-stage snow blower, and I'm pulling it up my walkway. It's a little bit of hold to, and next thing you know, I'm going down like a shit ton of bricks.
Oh no!
And I freaking landed square on my back, and I was like, oh my God, that didn't hurt at all. This is hilarious. And then I was like, as an old man, shit, how do I get up? I can't move over here. And my groin is pulled, and the 1 foot wall of snow is right to my right. So like I have to go to the left, and I couldn't get up. And then I'm laughing so hard at myself. I have no strength to get myself this baby fat turtle on its back in my walkway. And I'm just dying laughing at myself. And the whole time thinking, if anybody sees this, oh my God. So yeah,
Do you have a camera in
what
front
you
of the
mean.
house?
No. Well, yes, but it won't see over there.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, because you were dealing with it. You had like a foot, right?
Yeah. Live in the
Definitive
woods.
foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up on a mountain.
But yeah, so that's I'm real deep. I'm real deep. I'm real deep now. And now it begs the question: do I do the headlight harness while I'm at it?
I'm a big fan of this guy named Mike Holmes. He fixes houses, and he has a saying that says, "Do it once, do it right."
Right. I know that guy. Kind of
Yeah.
looks like Brock Lesnar.
Yep. Homes on homes.
Homes on
Corey's on
homes.
Hondas. Let's go.
Yeah. So I'm at that crossroad because now I'm like I can really get to everything. Now the dash is coming out. I can get to all the other connectors and make everything I need to make.
I don't know how much time you have to work on it, but I mean, it's still winter. I'm still miserable with this
February
weather.
15th. So I mean, at minimum, I don't know, 2.5, 3 months.
Still cry myself to sleep with this cold and snow.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
I got plenty of time. So it's just I guess it comes down to more like a money.
You can
thing.
do it.
How much money do you want to spend on everything?
I mean, at this point, what else is there as far as the harness is concerned?
Nothing. Everything showed up today.
Okay,
Engine
so
harness,
so that's
and its
things
harness
like
good. You got
but
the
like,
accessory harnesses.
yeah.
But
you had the headlight stuff or lighting harness. Okay.
does
Yeah.
Rywire do that too for
No.
2.5 million? Oh, okay.
No. Yeah.
He doesn't care if your headlights work, as long as you're making that power.
You know what's crazy is he has made a few headlight harnesses, but it's like a special order type situation.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
You know where you could probably find one?
Junkyard.
Teemu.
Probably.
Dude, I
Just worry
seen
about
it
my-
advertising K swap harnesses and LS swap harnesses. Like, I'm like, what is going on? And again, it's so cheap. It's unbelievable. And now that I've spoken about it, my phone is a foot away from my
Yeah.
mouth. It's going to be nonstop.
I start seeing like universal 180 harnesses, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh my
What?
god.
Oh, you're gonna bring it
I
up?
got it.
Bring
I
it
got
up. Bring it
already.
up. I wasn't lying.
Dude, there's
But I didn't know the price. I didn't have a price pictured
It's not
in my
even
head.
made in China. It's made on another planet. That's so cheap.
what is it? The K20
See?
Honda.
$63.48
Dude,
for a
get
K swap.
out of
I
here.
told you, Corey.
There's only one
No.
left. It's almost
Oh,
sold
my
out.
gosh.
What
Look,
about
you can
search-
finance it? Oh no.
No, search like B series harness.
Let me fix my mic here.
Nah, I don't think it's popular enough. Definitely LS swap harnesses though.
Like
It's in 503 people's carts right now, but there's only one left.
oh my god, all that stuff is nonsense. You can make it say whatever you want.
Oh my
Security
God.
verification.
Oh Jesus!
You missed
What is
it.
this doing? I didn't know what I was
You
doing.
blew it. You're a robot.
You missed it. Oh, there we go. Validation successful.
That's kind of funny. I've never seen one of those before. Oh, hey,
Oh
now.
my god.
Hey now.
Wow,
What's
those,
to say B series harness? Yeah, Corey.
those are different
I
artists.
know you're into
Those are
Corey.
not what I expected.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay.
You know what? We should go B series swap.
Honda.
Whoa. Do we want to really hit that?
You should put Honda in there
There
somewhere.
was spring savings on
Dude,
Oh
you-
my God.
You should really put Honda in there.
This is hilarious. Oh my
Honda
God.
B
B
series.
series.
Just do
Swap.
that. No, just put
No,
Honda
no
B
swap.
series. Just put Honda B series.
Oh
Let's
no,
see.
it's gonna be all. It's gonna be like
all the
trinkets and
parts?
yeah,
Let's see.
it's gonna be all sorts of
Yes,
shit.
dude.
there's Corey's old shifter.
Yeah, dude, the K-Tune shifter that cost you $300 to
This
buy
K-Tune
from them
harness.
is there for $10.
You can get a badge that says outlaw.
Edition. Oh my God!
What
I'm
I
still
want to-
laughing
I
at
want-
the first part.
Unbelievable.
Wish.com.
LS
Oh my
swap.
God.
Oh my God, there's so many of
See?
them.
Told you.
It's
There's also those hook things that has a pipe that I don't know what's going on there.
yeah.
Let's
I
hope
can
it's a
fill you
bug.
in.
Yeah, I
later.
perhaps shouldn't watch that video.
Oh, plus size
God.
punk body
It
harness.
gets real wild real quick.
Oh, boy.
Wow, so Timu really likes the word harness.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
It's
Yeah.
67% off for the 4L60E DBC engine wiring harness. Oof.
Only 3 left for the LS3 4L60 DBW.
Oh my god.
anyway.
Yeah. On
Yeah.
that note.
So that's gonna come out, and I'll see once I take the dash out, I'll see how I feel from there. So we'll go from there. But that is, I guess, also my project update. That's my, what is it? What are we calling it? The paddock talk.
Paddock talk.
Paddock talk.
Hold on. I'm going to order a harness real quick.
All of this started because I just wanted my horn to work.
Just a little horn. That's it. A little toot toot. That's all you wanted.
Just wanted my horn to work. That's it there. And then the last thing I just wanted to bring up for people to go follow. If you don't follow Instagram, you should go follow him.
100%.
He's building like a drift E46.
Pro car.
Pro car.
Just like Jimmy.
Unbelievable. This is like to a whole different
I know.
like
He's
spectrum.
taking
You
this.
talking about the powder coat
the
episode?
powder
Yeah.
coated,
Sick.
all of it.
It's
It's so,
insane.
so good.
Who painted your car? Bro, I powder coated the whole thing. What?
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
What's it say? Riley with the Trans Am was like another guy we saw do that. Also powder coated it white.
Yep.
But I mean, the detail and like the perfection of everything and how clean everything is. I mean, he ceramic coated the whole thing.
Yes, that's pretty
Yeah.
good too.
Just
Yeah, the last time he was on, it was a great episode. I like him.
umpteen levels of just forethought and like, oh yeah, going to the extra mile.
Yeah,
The
it's a
umpteenth
really,
degree.
really cool build to follow. So I think he has a YouTube channel too, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? What do you mean?
Why are you
What?
dissing him like that? Yes. It's called Grant Anderson.
Oh.
Sponsored by Valvoline. Kind of a big deal.
And G
Try and help your guy out. You
and
know.
G Technic, right?
G-Technic.
G Technic.
He used a gallon of it to do that. Oh, God. It's in and out.
Well, I follow him via Instagram. That's where I get my content from him.
He's real big on the tubes.
That's good. Then maybe I'll start checking that stuff out there.
You
'cause
should watch the powder coat episode.
I
It's
do
great.
enjoy.
It's kind of wild. Like, got to get it all done. Like, you think about you spray a little powder on a part.
Yeah.
Bro, you're doing a whole car in roll cage?
Yeah.
Holy, Can
Yeah.
you imagine? The guy's waving the freaking powder thing for like
Fucking wanded it.
6 years. They just keep rolling in the 5-gallon buckets of powder.
I
for
wonder
him to
what the
spray it on
cost
the way.
was.
I don't know. It was not like it just fits in the, like, it's a big process. Everybody needs to go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Grant Anderson. I powder coated my E46.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Watching it go in the oven, and then when it comes out, and you're like,
What?
oh,
yeah.
I get it. I get it. Let's do B for B real quick.
All right. I'm going to run out quick. You
Okay.
read that.
What is B for B, you ask? Well, B for B is Bucks for the Boys. That is how we monetize this podcast, if you noticed. If you've listened to this episode or any other episode for quite a long time now, probably 2 years, I think, pushing it. We don't have any ads up front. That's on all of our podcasts across the whole network and on YouTube and all that sort of stuff. We don't have any ads because at one point we had a bunch and they were stacking up, and we didn't really like that. We didn't want to keep pushing and have the first 20 minutes of every episode be ads just to support this thing, because we do have to make money somehow. So at one point we decided, actually Chuck came up with the idea and said, hey, I know of this other place that's doing this thing. We should give this a shot. So we did. And we created the B for B. That is Bucks for the Boys. If you go to our website, revivalmotoring.com, you can sign up for sustainable donations. $2, $5, $10, $20. Hell, you can even mix those up and give us 22 if you wanted. Whatever. Could give us 4. It doesn't matter. You can go there, sign up, monthly donation to Revival, and that helps sustain what we have going on. Truly, it just basically helps pay for rent, insurance, and all that good stuff, just so we can keep this thing going, and we have a place to record this every week. So that is on our website. We get it. It's an economic sad time. Things aren't as easy as they used to be or what they once were. We know. We've lived through it as well.
Economic sad times.
And there's other ways you can support the channel, the show, and the rest of us here at Revival, and that's by sharing our show. That's by sending us some news information, sending us some behind-the-scenes photos, sending us some photos that nobody else can see. Big shouts. I get those of some Tesla stuff, which I'll show you later.
Oh.
Because it's cool to get those, and it's cool for us to talk about those and elaborate on those things as well. So we do appreciate that. Another way to support Revival is to hold your friends down and make them listen to it. Perhaps some loved ones you want to get into the show, whatever. I don't know. Put us on at dinner. Put us on in the bar you go to. Doesn't matter. Wherever you are. Get people to listen to us and set that hook, if you know what I mean. So with that said, if you are an active B4B subscriber, you will automatically be entered to win some gift baskets or something from us at least once a month. And then from time to time, you'll get some other stuff in the mail from us as well. Whenever we can do it, we like to try to give back to those who support us. You can also get different codes from time to time. If you go to ISC Suspension and use the code REVIVAL, that's REVIVAL, that'll get you, I believe, 10% off. Sam, our friend Sam Dobbins from More Than More, hooked us up with some calendars a few weeks back, so that was nice. We want to try to give you guys some more stuff this year in particular. Hopefully we can make those things happen. So we have no winner this week because we're not picking that. We did that last week.
Yeah, we did that last week.
We
Dinner
do
winner,
have
chicken dinner.
We do have BPL that we can get to.
Do we ever? We have lucky number 21 cents per listen.
21.
Just like we hit blackjack.
Yep.
We hit big at the table, so we got 20.
The hell was it? Ah, shit. I can't remember. It was a joke in like the sports world the past week or so, maybe a week prior. Where it's like, if somebody at the blackjack table, they get 20, hit me. Just like, it was just one of those stupid things like, yeah, man, you stay put. You're good.
But yeah, we hit blackjack. We are at 21 cents per listen. That is great for us. We're still in the BPL beginning with 2.
Yep.
Took us a while to get into the double digits. We were there for a while, and we've been floating around in the 20-ish cents range. So hopefully we can kind of stay in that area and keep moving on up from there.
Yep.
Keep the lights on.
That's it.
Keep the lights on. That's right. And also, shouts to Scott for dinner. Thank you very much.
Big
I
shouts.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Food for the boys.
Yeah, food for the boys.
You guys have provided me food many times I've came here.
We'll work for food.
I need to return the favor.
I certainly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
We'll talk for food.
Yeah, we'll.
And they had a sick Miracle on Ice, old school sliding player hockey table.
There was also. Did you see the pinball machine in the corner?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
I seen it.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, how come it's not turned on?
It's crazy.
Usually
it's like
usually
new.
there's some kid playing it.
It's new and like all LED like. It's wild.
Nice.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a cool place. Go check it out. Jeff's Pizza, East Providence.
Let's see. Anything coming up this week?
Scott was not impressed
What? Yes,
with the pizza.
Yeah. What do you want? What do you want? I'm from New Haven.
Yeah. This week.
Weekend.
Weekend. What do I got here? Oh, I'm going to see Dan Soder Saturday night. There's a big UFC Saturday night. I'll be at the garage Sunday. That's it. No. Oh, shouts to P. Coots.
Yeah.
P.
That's
Coots.
a great one.
In the chat, your mother kept the boys busy on Wednesday.
Oh,
Certainly did. I think I showed Josh the injectors in the Honda. I think they are in need
P. Coots.
of a P. Coots treatment.
You can send him a photo of him, and I'm sure he'll
Be
tell you.
disgusted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got going on. A long weekend for me though. So
That's good.
maybe in the garage Sunday, Monday. We'll
Yep.
see.
Yep.
We'll see. How about you? Big plans?
I got nothing planned that I can think of. No.
I got plans.
Work?
Work.
Work.
Yeah.
You get Monday off or work right back to it?
I work. People are working 7 days a week.
Okay, yeah, it does matter. Yeah.
Yes.
Delivering?
Sundays are like a work from home day.
Yep.
But if the phone does go off on a,
Right, there's stuff you need
it's
to
not
address.
good.
Yeah.
It's no bueno.
Yeah. Help me, I flipped the vehicle.
They've left a high dollar package somewhere.
Or the truck is in 6 feet of water
Oh my God.
under a railroad bridge.
Can you give
It
us
was like 4 feet of water.
I was gonna say, can you
The
give us
fireman
the worst
came to give like this rescue ladder to get him out. I go, it's not freaking 20 feet of Black Death water. Like, just jump
Swim?
out,
Yeah.
idiot. You put yourself in this situation, you dumb fuck. Sorry.
Would end up jumping out or taking the ladder route?
I took the ladder, and I was like, what? I had another guy go over there and give me the play-by-play of what was happening.
It must be entertaining.
Got a fresh LS. after that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An LQ or whatever.
That's an LS.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, all right. I didn't know you lived like that.
Get your
Big
harnesses
boils.
off Timu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, man.
Wow.
We had to service the transmission 3 times to get all the water out of it.
Oh, wow.
It's an Allison transmission. But anyways,
Flush and fill.
yeah, it wasn't like shifting right after
Yeah.
like the first flush. Do it again.
Yeah.
Shifting better. Let's do it one more time.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good now.
Must have
Shifting
been a little-
perfect.
Next PM, do it again.
Yeah. Must
Yeah.
have been a little extra water in there.
Yep.
Um,
Somebody should cut all these zip ties on 70-degree angles.
Yeah. Flush cut them.
let me cue these boys. News. I do not have much for news this week. There really, really, really wasn't too much that I even remotely cared about. There's one thing here that I thought was a little funny. Dodge will pay you $10 per horsepower to buy a new Challenger, or Durango. Dodge Power Dollars are back, but can't be applied to Hellcats this time around. Of course.
Imagine applying it to Hellcats. So $10 per horsepower. So you're getting like $7,000 off.
That's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, so let's see, 10 on their new, Dodge Power Dollars, which offers buyers $10 for every horsepower that their new car produces. Unfortunately, this time the promotion excludes the most powerful versions of the car, and it only covers 2023 Challengers, Chargers, and Durangos. This national promotion is pretty tempting, but depending on how you plan to finance your new Dodge, it might be a better deal for you to take the 0% APR financing offer or other incentives.
Dude, they are they are really hard up to move some vehicles.
Oh, how the tides have turned.
The last time Dodge
First,
offered...
we didn't have any cars. Now we can't give
Too
them
many.
away.
Too
Yeah.
many. The last time Dodge offered buyers Power Dollars was way back in the glorious BP, before pandemic, I like that, days of 2019, but the deal actually included Hellcat models. Despite the latest Power Dollars rebates not covering Hellcat models, the President's Day offer is welcome departure from headlines documenting eye-watering up charge and price adjustments, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, I think it was BP when they were offering that crazy lease deal for it.
I think this might have been involved in, because that was right around that time frame before BP.
There was a lease deal, and it was $400 something a month for a Hellcat lease.
Yeah. It
Is
just,
this,
Oh, my God.
it's just like,
yeah.
what? Why not? So yeah,
So I mean, they're incentivizing moving some of their high horsepower. items.
non-Hellcat, but it's still Chargers and whatnot. You can at
No,
least
but I
get
mean,
with a
think
Hemi.
about it. I mean, still, if you go get even a 392 Scat Pack car,
Yeah.
I mean, you're still getting a decent amount off.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Not bad. Almost $5,000. I'll take the $5
$5,000.
grand off.
Get out there and
Those
spin some-
Chargers with the factory wide bodies.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah,
lethal.
I agree. I think they're pretty good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very good looking
Yes.
cars. I
But
dig them.
Anyone who's listening right now, whatever you do, don't buy a new car. It's a terrible investment.
Right.
It is the worst money thing basically done to man. Do not buy a new car unless you literally have just money to burn.
Just the light on fire.
Just don't. Just don't.
How was your
I-
new car purchase?
What? Oh, used car purchase?
No, well, it was a new car when you
Oh.
bought it, and then you
It was a complete
you
fucking
since
shit
parted
show.
ways.
That's
parted ways.
that's
Yeah,
soured me.
buying it, the RS6 was the biggest pain in the ass. I mean, it's a lot of money and like huge pain in the butt to get it, and the whole dealing with everything, and then going to sell it was even a bigger disaster. Like just
Yep.
never again, never again.
It was fun
No.
while it lasted.
The car was great. Well, actually, it wasn't. It was good. It was really good, but it had some issues
Yeah.
that I just didn't understand. Like, I'm not saying it's an expensive car, so it should never break, but like, oh, your car broke. We'll let you know in like a month. Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? And they're like, oh, that's how it. So then, like, I talk to people, and they're like, yeah, it's like every new car. Everything breaks all the time. And I'm like, so they're putting out new cars, and like, they don't even know if the shit works that good or whatever. Like, so never again. Never buying a new car again.
Is it all new cars or is it just like
Well, I asked some people, like, dude, what the hell? And they're like, yeah, all new cars. Like, every other month, you're going to get a recall notice about freaking one screw on one door that's not right. And they're going to mail you about it on a bi-weekly basis and call you nonstop. And then some part's going to break. And What do you know? They're bad on all the cars. We don't have a fix yet.
Yeah.
So your car could be down for an extended time.
There's service bulletins and all that sort of stuff
Yes.
that, like, we see it with a
Terrible.
bunch of vehicles on a weekly basis. And I hear about it more than more from a bunch of people who are buying new stuff as well. Like our buddy Tedward, granted the Type R that had a specific seat thing, but like you hear of whatever platform it might be in a bunch of different issues after the fact, constantly.
Yeah. Well, going to sell it, they're like, oh, there's 3 active recalls. And I'm like, I had the recalls done like the last time I had service. Well, there's 3 more since the last time you had it serviced there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? It's terrible.
Did it go back to the dealer?
It did. It was freaking dumb. It was just whatever. I mean, like from the second I tried to sell it to when I finally got rid of it, prices of not just that an expensive Audi, all cars just plummeting on a
tanked.
daily basis.
Yeah.
Like totally falling off a cliff.
Every car.
Yeah.
You know, like it was when like the dealerships are finally restocked and even used car prices, you know, everything is just going down all the way.
Yep.
Terrible. And interest rates are going up. Terrible.
Everything's pretty terrible.
You know, when you drive up the lot, you lost 20%. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Pretty
How's
accurate.
that Mark 7 GTI though?
1 year anniversary just passed it. I can't believe it. I still love it as
Yeah.
much as I got it. Like I really do like it. Love it.
That's good.
Can't wait. Like I don't know. I just love it. I can't make it any faster though.
No.
No, like if
You
I
can,
if
or
I
you
spent
can't?
$1 more on a mod and it wasn't a limited slip differential,
Yeah.
it's a complete and utter waste.
Okay.
It just smokes tire like nobody's business.
Yeah.
All the time.
I gotcha.
One wheel smoky shoes.
One wheel peel everywhere.
Yeah, one wheel peels everywhere.
Just push
But
it
man,
in a circle.
I can't believe. Number 1, it's a 2-door. Love 2-doors. I don't
Mhm.
care. Slick top. I've hated sunroofs forever. I just hate them.
I'm a big sunroof hater as well.
I've
me
hated
too.
sunroofs ever since my Mark III Jetta had a sunroof and it did nothing but fucking leak.
I just hate them. So it's a slick top. Upgraded. You know, I upgraded what I wanted to upgrade, and it's fabulous. So I love it.
Ready to go.
I still have I got a BBK, like a little Macan, Porsche Macan front brake calipers. Then you get some other factory rotors to make like a homemade big brake kit. I have that to put on the front because I wasted the brakes when I went to the track with it. And I got a splitter for it, like a Aerofab. They make like a splitter, and I got it on like I think I got a Black Friday special. And I still haven't put it on,
That's all right.
but I love it.
My only other piece of news here. Tesla Cybertrucks are rusting
Saw
despite being made of stainless steel.
Hilarious.
So I haven't read the whole article. I'm wondering if it's one of those like all white cars have the ionization or whatever that they look
Dude,
like
don't
the
even read
little
the
rust
article.
spots.
Fuck that shit.
Despite the recent release, Cybertrucks are already developing imperfections on their body panels, leading owners to debate what's causing early signs of rust on the forums. Let's see. Started noticing small orange flecks. I bet this is that exact ionization thing that.
I do a fucking bottle of Iron X to take care of that.
Yeah.
Fucking heartbeat.
Yeah, most
Yep.
likely.
Rail dust.
Yeah.
I have some news.
Please.
As I always mention on this podcast, every single time, Singer, reimagined by Singer, they reimagined Porsches, in case you didn't know. They just finished their 300th Singer Classic, made in California.
Mhm.
Of course, it's a totally ugly one with some funky blue outside and orange interior, and it's Targa.
Yeah.
But still, it's a work of art. And I'm still sad that I didn't win the lottery in time to get one on order before I die. Hopefully be ready before I die.
Not in this lifetime.
No. I'd get that Toyota Yaris race car first for cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they used to be 300, 350, 300 to 350. Then they just said it's $500,000.
Yeah.
And it could go up from there. But then at the same time, if you had one built and you take delivery and then you sold the next day, it's over $1 million.
Why?
Because nobody wants to wait and the build times take
Right.
years. But
Jeez.
still, I love those. The DLS is sick.
Yeah.
The new Turbo Study, not my favorite. But man, the Classic, oof, you can make a Classic look good.
Yeah. I mean, I like them.
Like I can't wipe out my 401k and get a Singer Porsche. I can wipe out my 401k and get a Toyota Gazoo Yaris.
You can get
That's not road legal.
You can get a track only.
Come on,
Yaris.
bro. I'm going to cut and shut some VINs on there. Won't be a problem.
I would say, yeah, we got buy a regular Corolla.
Copart, you got a Yaris there? I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buy a regular Corolla.
Hook me up.
And the cop pulls me over.
It's got a VIN.
This car was totaled. Well, yeah, I straightened it out with this roll cage in here.
Yeah.
It's holding it together now.
Yeah. We are totally fixed.
Exactly.
We have met repair standards.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is there other lights on the Gazoo racing?
Yeah. Yeah, it had them.
What do you mean lights?
Like headlights?
Yeah, it had
Are
headlights.
there real headlights?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They were lit on the
Yeah.
photos.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was just like the sticker. And they
No. They have to be 100% road lit. It's the thing. It's not illegal in America because it's a Yaris.
Yeah.
But if say they did the Subaru car, like the Vermont sports car, that car, it's legal for American roads
Okay.
because they have to have everything has to be 100% legal because during the stages they drive whatever roads they're on to get to the next stage. So if you're a super WRC nerd like me, you'll actually notice the license plates change between different events because of how they have it set up for insurance reasons and road tax reasons.
So they re-register every time?
They have like literally plates set
Yeah.
in whatever country.
Right.
So when it gets there, they put that plate in that car.
Yeah.
And then it's set for the road. But they're all road legal, lights, signals, everything. Yep.
Yeah, because oftentimes as part of the stages where they have to hit a actual road.
No, in WRC, they drive
And
between they literally come off the trailer at the beginning of the weekend and they have to get back to the trailer. They drive everywhere to the pits, to the between the stages, everything. Because when they announce like a WRC race, they'll be like, oh, this stage is 30 kilometers, but there's 120 kilometers between that and the next stage. So they take that in factor, like how many kilometers you have to drive between stages.
Interesting.
Sorry.
Must be nice, like little jaunt between the stages because you're not.
The guys wear the headphones like this with the mic thing because it's
Yeah.
loud as all hell. And there's usually people lining the street sometimes, like clapping for him and stuff.
And you just
There's been accidents. There's been car accidents.
They're ready to flip them back over.
obeying road rules.
There's just like some old lady in a freaking whatever just crashes. Like I'm not kidding, crashes.
Yeah.
And there was a time that Sebastian Loeb, they lost a wheel, and the co-driver was hanging out of the passenger window to use his weight to take it off, counterbalance it.
Yeah.
Like they got pulled over. Like in the end, they let him go and like keep going till they got to the back to service.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Anyway, sorry.
I like those little like nuanced things. Like you drive and your adrenaline is super high, and you're on this like spike of adrenaline coming off of that stage, and then you've got to like immediately drop it back down to drive on like a normal road at normal pace. You probably feel like you're like at walking pace, and your heart rate's come back down, and then you get there, and then
And you're in
like,
a hot box probably. It's 1,000 degrees.
yeah, and then you're immediately all right now elevated back up an adrenaline spike because now you're racing again. It's a cool like little mental like hurdle to add to the whole thing.
Yeah. I just love it. I don't want to go on forever. I already have too much WRC time in this episode.
I don't know. I think we need more. I like it. I have something. Josh is looking something up here. I don't know what he's looking at, but
I'm prepping.
Timu.
I have a few quick things here. I know I talked a bunch about like Volkswagen hopefully bringing some sort of small pickup truck here. I don't know if you remember me talking about that.
Okay.
Because they had a little companionship with Ford, a little in between the sheets, and they were helping with like the Ford Ranger and stuff like that. So there was rumor that they were going to bring a Volkswagen-sized Ford Ranger to North America. Turns out they're not. Seems like it's only going to be going to Europe, Asia, and Africa.
Everywhere but America.
Yeah. So definitely a bummer. I got to be honest, though, once I've seen like real-life photos of it, I'm kind of happy because it's not a looker. It kind of looks like, you remember the Chevy Avalanche?
Yep.
Kind of looks like a small version of that.
Ew.
Yeah. So a bit of a bummer.
Is it like a mini anorak?
No. It's got its own little vibe. However, with that, Volkswagen is still going to be obviously putting out the Scout version of an EV pickup. So essentially it could just be the same thing with a Scout tag on
By
it.
the time they finish that, they're making a damn Scout. No one's even doing in electric cars anymore.
I'm
They're
not
gonna
even
be
sure
over-
anyone knows what a Scout is.
I do because I'm old and stuff.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I don't know what the time frame is for the Scout stuff or what the plan is for it, but Their numbers, their predicted numbers to have them are giant. I mean, they're talking about
pickup trucks sell like I still. You ever seen like production numbers of like they sell 1 billion Camrys? Have you seen how many pickup trucks they sell in America per year?
Oh, it's insane.
My
Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah. But yeah, it looks like production's slated for 2026. But I mean, that date moves around constantly, so we'll see what happens there. Let's see. What do I got here? Oh, this here. I don't know if anyone else saw this. The new Aston Martin Vantage. Did you see photos of this thing?
I have. I'm a fan.
Oh,
Huge.
All the
Aston Martin.
Martins.
Aston Martin is just. It's elegant. It's beautiful. Graceful. How many more words can I use to describe? Like, you would think I'm describing a female instead of a car, but this is something that's just so like the color, everything.
Yeah.
The sound, the increase in horsepower, everything is awesome. Josh, you got a photo of this thing?
Yeah, I'm popping it right up.
Yeah, I, there's a lot of specs to it. It's a Mercedes AMG 4-liter twin turbo, 30% increase.
It's got the Braun electric razor shifter.
Yep. Same thing as the new, the new GTIs that come as an automatic. But yeah, Jesus.
But the design has just been winning for so long.
Yeah.
I can't believe
To be
it.
honest with
Like,
you, it really hasn't
the
changed a
design
lot.
is so like look
That
right, so
right
they made the
there.
taillight shape like the grill shape in the front. They got the bump up if you
Yeah.
go to like the front view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That does
Yeah.
see how it bumps up like.
Yeah.
But dude, so good all the time. And again, since no one should be buying new cars, go watch Larry Chen at SEMA does a feature on an Aston Martin Vantage. It's pretty good.
This
Yeah, like a full carbon fiber, like raced out one. It's pretty bad.
Huh.
Larry Chen.
this roof line is getting very Porsche-esque.
I was thinking Supra. I was looking at that
Yeah.
window going, when
I
I
can
try and
see
get in that
Supra.
car,
I see, like,
I'm
if I were
smash
to,
my head on the roof.
if I were to cut, like, I'm taking my hand, I'm covering the wheels.
Yep.
I just see a yellow Supra.
Yep. Have you guys seen how ugly that new 300Z is?
Yes. Yeah. But now there,
Oh my
That
god!
shot.
You know what's cheaper
You know
than
what's
that though?
Bad though. Hold on.
what's
Toyota
cheaper?
Gazoo Racing Rally 2 car.
But I can drive that on the street.
Oh, I know. How much is it? Oh, don't bring that thing up. Ew.
Hold on.
Gross.
Wow.
You might wanna. I don't know.
We do a little side by side.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Houston, we have a problem. Look at that little sidekick tail thing. It's the same thing.
Wow.
Hold
Wow.
on.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh's right.
It's the same
Jeez.
reason that new mid-engine Corvette looks like a Ferrari. The design study is a design study.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at the indent from the rocker, bottom of the door. It's like reversed, but they're both the same.
I mean,
All right, so here,
Like
why do I
windshields-
dislike the Z so much?
because the Z is
There's
sharper.
certain angles.
It's
that-
sharper
Z looks
angles.
terrible.
The Aston much smoother windshield.
The ass of the Aston
Yeah,
is
oh,
a
it was
billion
1,000%.
times better
Yeah.
than the 300Z.
Yeah, but I mean, and
And
am
it's an
I
Aston.
just grasping straws here because it's long hood, short back?
No.
hatch.
There's a very
No, it's-
clear, there's a very
frickin-
distinct line between the two of them.
And obviously Aston.
I mean, that
Did it
side
first.
shot of the 300Z is its best side.
Yes,
It's
and
the
that
best ever.
color is very
Rotate
nice
the Aston Martin all you want. It's still
Yeah,
gorgeous.
yeah. Right, this is the Z's good spot.
You know what's crazy?
That Z's got butterface.
Everything about
That Aston Martin, I could twirl her all day.
the Z kind of really, really bothers me in some
it's
different
so
ways.
terrible. Oh
But
my
the
God.
wheel and tire fitment is still so far off.
What bothers me the most,
Dude.
is the size of the gas.
Yeah, what is that? Is that an
gas
8-inch? Is that a 10-inch subwoofer?
It's big.
Pocket. Or
It's a
what is it?
14-inch cheese pizza.
I got my personal pizza fuel door.
Yeah, it's
Like,
big.
It wasn't the original 300ZX curvier than that one. It was. Had more
probably.
curves. This is just.
Yeah, that front shot of this
This is
thing.
what I would call ab fab.
Holy shit! Look at the
Absolutely
gaping holes.
fabulous.
You catch a fucking seagull in
That's
there.
good.
Yeah,
It's
that
got a-
radiator or that condenser for the AC is going to take a beating.
Taking so much air, 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds.
Wow.
Obviously faster.
Look at
Look
that.
at those
Ooh, those
seats.
seats. Wow. Wow.
I like that they put the seating controls in a convenient place.
They do that on the older ones too.
Do they?
Yep. Trust me.
How many times do you knee them?
I've done my research.
Yeah, I was going to say, any
About an older
spirited
one.
driving, as the driver, you're going to be moving,
You're gonna be moving
fucking
your seat around everywhere.
What I don't understand is they're like a lower volume. When they had the V12 Vantage, I think it was,
Yeah.
like they made some manuals and now they're worth $1 gazillion. They could have just made a whole bunch of manuals and sold tons of them because who doesn't want a manual?
Maybe their average buyer.
I guess.
Look at that. Like, look at those hips.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks like
Holy
Porsche
shit.
911 turbo flares right there. Holy crap.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't
Look at
think
that. Look at the
I don't think those
frickin'
last two photos are
diffuser.
real.
Well, they're definitely not real.
No.
But I think it's like kind of helping it accentuate.
There's go
everything.
back. That is the fakest shit ever. Can someone tell me why?
The rotors.
Yeah, because it's a freaking ceramic disc. That guy, there's no way the rotor's ever getting that hot ceramic. Sorry.
Spirited driving on the California road.
Spirited. No, you'd have to be literally going at 200 miles
10
an hour.
tons.
You have to be in top gear with your foot in the brake the whole time.
Was he on a track?
Those 400 millimeter brake discs.
Is that what it says?
Yep.
Wow. They're ceramic.
It's a big.
It's a hottie.
Oh, yeah, no. It is
It's a
road
hottie.
still.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a looker.
16-inch brake disc.
Oh, boy.
Jesus.
Love it.
That's a big
Well,
brake
my
disc.
Audi had 17, so fuck off.
That is true. Yeah. So I just wanted to, everyone take a look at that and enjoy
You know, I
soak
didn't
it
look
all
into
in.
it as much as I should have. That thing's gorgeous.
Yeah. Chris Harris put out something on it. A lot of people covered
Video
it.
driving it?
YouTube? No.
Okay.
It was like an Instagram post.
I'm a big fan.
I wonder if it was an Instagram post telling you to go watch his video.
Or he probably is filming it like, oh, video coming
Yeah.
soon. Hopefully that's what I want to know.
Where is he? Can't even find him. Chris Harris. Let's see. Harris Monkey. I always forget his name. That's right. Woke up to a heavily revised Aston Martin Vantage, new snout, similar rump, DB12 cabin, 665 horsepower. Aston has taken the phrase.
665?
Yeah, Aston has taken the
Holy
phrase entry level and filed it under get fucked.
Not quite evil.
I rather like the belligerence of it all. But that was it.
My God.
That's all he posted about it. But I saw his and I was like, oh, okay. Like, wow. This guy's speaking on it.
Real deal Holyfield.
Yeah. Nothing else too important that I feel like talking about.
Yeah. I figured we could queue up the first car discussion. Corey came up with this suggestion a couple weeks ago when we've been waiting to do it. And that was just basically take our first cars and how would we treat them now?
Treat them, build them.
Build them more or
of-
less.
okay.
Yeah, so it was
So this is
all the knowledge you have today, but you had it back then, but you had the same wallet. It's not like you have the wallet today.
Oh, what?
I wrote this all to you in a text message.
I thought it was you had today's wallet. That's why I went.
You know what? I
balls to
still
the
want to
wall.
hear it. I still want to hear
Okay, well, Scott's car has Scott's today's wallet.
Okay, yeah, well. I gotta grab. Would you want
The
water?
ti-
Oh, no, I grabbed that one for whoever.
No.
Yeah.
I'm good. I was going with, Time Machine brought my car back exactly how I left it.
Yeah.
And Scotty's grown up now.
Because my idea was like, if I could get like my car back from the first day I got it, but I have everything I've learned over the past 17 years, but I still have the same wallet I
Dude.
did then.
But, I'm not trying to come off cocky. I'm that type of guy, if I want it, I'm going to do what I got to do to get it. And, I pretty much did everything I wanted to do to it's not even my first car. My first car is a minivan, so it doesn't count. But my second car, I did everything I wanted to do.
You did everything?
Not pretty much. Took a while. You guys know what a Mako paint job was for $199?
Sure do.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Here's the funny part. My first car was white,
Yeah.
and I painted it black. Mako paint job for $199.
That's
How'd it do?
It was actually great, except for like the lower, like underside front of the bumper. Like they just missed a bunch of it. Had like some overspray on it. And I
Was
remember
it still
taping
white?
off the car. Yeah, like it was like white speckles. Yeah, it was $199 to paint your car. How good could it be?
Did they
And I
even
remember-
sand it?
I don't know, but it held up pretty good for all the years because I had it for many years.
That's crazy.
And I remember I taped off the whole car and like I rattle canned the bottom because it's like under the bumper. Like
yeah.
whatever.
How long did it take?
Oh, only like a week. These were different times.
Yeah, it's way different.
These were different times.
It's way
in the
different.
Mid-90s.
Just one dude out there smoking a cig,
Yeah.
spraying your car.
So what I wanted to say as we go into this is, and my, I bounce this off my friend Tobias, but does anybody else do this? And I suggest they do this, especially for the winter, because it's a blast. Okay, I'm a VW guy. Been a VW guy forever. I owned an Audi. Owned a couple Audis as dailies.
P car.
I recently got a P car. I'm into P cars. Telling you guys how I put it on my lift and said, "How does this thing work?"
Yeah.
Because I have no idea. But it was really fun to not know how it worked. So I'm not doing lots of drives. I'm really into driving now, like more.
Yeah.
I love car shows. I love seeing all my friends, but the full polished, full chrome car, I'm so over it.
It's rather boring. Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm over luxury items in performance cars and everything else. But anyways, oh my God, I got so many cars, but sold some cars, I've got some money. So I start thinking about getting an M3. Okay. I know a ton about E30 M3s. I know a little bit about E36s. I've gotten to drive both. I got to drive Chuck's E30 M3 and I got to drive my buddy's girlfriend's unmodified E36 M3, and I was not impressed with either. But it looks like, and again, I have an E46 M3 is extremely impressive. And
have you driven one yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I called our good old buddy JR.
I was going to say, yeah.
I messaged JR. I said, bro, what do you think you let me have a test drive in your car? You could drive what car you want of mine, but let me get a test drive of yours. He's like, hell yeah, as soon as the roads are clear, whatever. So he's going to let me test drive. But I basically have completely built an E46 M3 now. I have done so much research, insane amount, like literally a couple weeks plus of research and learning about it. And I haven't bought one yet. I'm not sure I'm actually going to buy one. I'm still trying to sell some cars, sell some other stuff. Completely obsessed. I suggest everybody, and I hope they do it. It is fun to build a car. And it doesn't have to be like complete, I'm going to build my Ferrari. No, pick an enthusiast car like, the aftermarket availability for an E46 M3. Oh my goodness.
Crazy. It's got decades.
It blew my mind. Yeah, I know.
Decades worth of.
I didn't even I know it's a super sports car, but like I had no idea. Like, oh my God. Yeah.
And
at
much. One point,
it's so fun to plan.
At one point, it was the cream of the crop for the BMW aftermarket.
Yeah, and I've been like researching engine mods and all this stuff, and like I've come to realize that the E90 series M3 and the E46 M3, like there isn't that much power to be made because BMW gave it to you with the wick as hot all the way turned up.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yep.
Volkswagen has never done that in their life. Ever in their life. And I'm really thinking about getting one. I won't be surprised if I end up with one. But, next project cars, I want a little rear-wheel drive action. I know I got the Mustang, but that's different.
Yeah.
You still got that thing?
Of course. Dude.
You trying to sell it?
No, but the value has gone up. Like,
No, it hasn't.
yeah, yes, it has.
No, it
Dude,
hasn't.
it has.
Not that one.
I have 96 Cobra, only 70,000 original miles on it.
Yeah.
If it didn't have a giant hand-painted Cobra on the hood, that's the only thing taking on the value. The rest of the car is freaking cherry. But anyways, so I suggest all of you guys. So I'm mid weeks into this research. So much fun on all different websites, like to the point where like I went to my desk because I just couldn't do it from the phone anymore. I need to see bigger pictures of this.
It was just too
I
much.
need to have like 30 windows going at once here to compare parts. But then Josh says, "Hey, Scott, come on the podcast." And then Corey's like, "We got this topic," and back and forth. I was like, "What do you know? That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Dream car, but with a E46 M3 because my second car ever was a Fox body Ford Mustang.
Oh,
Straight six automatic. And I thought you meant I could modify it like as if I got it today.
What would you do to it today? Whether you're not just the knowing what you know now.
Fucking It'd be have you seen that Mustang GTD?
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be a Fox Mustang, a fucking Fox body Mustang GTD. It'd be so over the top. It'd be all out, weekend racer.
Yeah.
Club sport.
Very
VWS
much
Club sports.
very much
It would be,
motorsport based.
Yeah, totally. Back seats are suckers. It would just be, I mean, one of you guys goes first. I'll go in the middle about what you would do with your first car. So, Corey, you first. What was your first car there?
The 1998 Volkswagen Jetta K2 edition.
Nice.
What color?
Is it black?
It was white.
White.
Whoa, hey now.
It was white. It was white. I had like maybe 40 or 50,000 miles on it when I got
barely
it.
broke in ABA.
Yep.
Stick shift?
Yep.
Five
It
speed?
was 5 speed. Yep.
Okay. Did you get the bike with it or no? Bike was not on.
Did not get the bike.
Okay.
No bike. No bike, no racks, anything like that. However, had like the seats. I think there were floor mats that had K2 on them. I had a bunch of it had all the other K2 doodads besides the actual physical bike itself. So I got this car, and I told the story a ton of times. I was kind of looking two different ways, either Honda or Volkswagen, and Vortex just kind of jumped out to me. So I was like, Volkswagen it is. So I was a huge like encyclopedia to learn from and kind of take it all in. But when you're that young, it's like the reading, like you don't find the importance in reading everything to like learn.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just like asking a million questions to a million different people. So my thought was like, if I could go back in time over the past 17 years of learning everything I've learned and take that car again, right off the dealer's like lot, what would I do or how would I do it differently?
Okay.
So one thing I've always been a huge fan of with, especially in the Volkswagen scene, are like engine bays that aren't like really
Tilty wheels? Oh, sorry.
no, really shaved, but like they look totally factory, except for like things are either hidden or things are tucked, and that was such like a huge hurdle to try and comprehend to start disconnecting and reconnecting things. Yeah, dude, that's it, right there. Jeez, 50, dude. If that car was
111,000 miles, that's
if
nothing.
that car was sale right now, $5,500, I would run to wherever they are. I paid $4,200 for mine.
This is oh my god.
What year is that?
2014.
2014.
It's 10 years ago.
Yeah, I paid $4,200 for mine. I took a loan out of the bank. It was great. It was good. I see everything. God.
So you do the engine bay, like not shaved, but decluttered.
No, decluttered. So like, this is perfect,
Proper.
Josh. This is perfect. Thank you. So I mean, like the things I would do is I would do the AEG, the Mark IV 2-liter intake manifold, because it moves the intake onto the other side.
Cleaning up that passenger rail.
Yep,
I agree.
Yep. I would move the battery into the trunk because that'll clean that up there.
Driver's side,
would you
frame rail,
run
nice and clean.
like a new speed P flow so it's nice and short?
No, what I would do is actually use the Mark IV, the OEM Mark IV intake tube, and just move it to the other side.
Yep.
There. But yeah, like get rid of the coolant bubble, like tidy up the wire, like all that stuff was so intimidating to me, and it didn't matter how many people I know who've already done it, how many things I read, how many builds I followed, all of that. I still could never wrap my brain around actually tackling a project like that. And that was a huge regret because it's like something I always really, really wanted for me to do with the car, and I just couldn't get over the mental hurdle of like, I mean, this was my only car. So like I just had to drive this every day. I couldn't really start unplugging stuff. Like I'm on the Honda. I can just unplug whatever I want. Like, I don't know, I'll figure it out later. Like I don't need to use that car every day. But with this, I needed to get up and go to work every single day.
That's true.
So like I couldn't just kind of do these things. But I knew that like, I knew I could learn to do it someday. I just knew it wasn't going to be on this car here. So like one of the big hurdles I wanted to do is like OEM clean up and tidy up the bay. And some of those things, like I said, we're getting rid of, moving the battery, deleting the coolant bubble, like the Mark IV intake manifold, like those things there made a huge improvement. I saw all these cars around had all of that stuff done, and it was like, oh, I'm so jealous of this. And I didn't have like the brain power, I guess, to be like, hey, person, like, could you help me through this or walk me through this? Or it was like a pride thing at that age. Being that young. Yeah, it was sure. I have no problem admitting that, but like, that's a huge regret of mine. That's one thing I would do. One thing I wouldn't do is I on a whim, traded the entire interior. Now, if you scroll up to the interior, Josh, God, I would fucking kill a man for this car right now. That interior, the whole interior was two-tone with the K2 like embroidered into there. They weren't Recaro sports seats, but they were like bolstery. They were like kind of like, if you into Mark IIIs, you know.
Josh knows how to dump that seat and hang that arm out that window.
Exactly. Oh, sure do.
Yeah. So like on a whim, I traded that entire interior for a leather interior. So I gave up heated seats and I gave up.
Those bolsters on that thing are pretty significant.
Yeah.
There's sports seats. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just was like, oh, yeah, like leather seats would be cool. Like in the end, I didn't trade the door cards. I lost heated seats. Like it was supremely fucking stupid. And I would have never done that because, like, even just to get those set of seats back now today would be awesome. Awesome to have. Everything matched because, like, it was a red stitched steering wheel. It was a red stitched
really?
shift. Had the red stitched steering wheel, the shift boot,
Driver's
and the shift
edition
nut. Yeah,
spec.
all that
Sick.
stuff in there, and it all worked really well with the seats. And I took them out and I traded them like an even trade to someone, and it was just they weren't sport leather seats either, and I didn't have puffy door cards that matched the leather stuff. So that was a huge mistake of mine. Man, just looking, it's hard to even like keep processing as I'm talking about this. Like the white gauges, everything. It was awesome.
Are you getting upset?
No.
Okay.
But
because you could sell your Polo and just do this now. I'd support it.
If I could find
a clean ass white Jetta,
that would be cool.
Tree.
The only problem,
it doesn't need to be white. But if I could get another like K2 with that interior, dude. I mean, you never find one that clean.
No, because like they're all going to be rotted away for the most part. Like, between the floors and the rockers.
But like that's one thing I definitely regret doing that I did do. So like having the knowledge I know today, like I wouldn't have gone down that rabbit hole. I never saved up the money I should have to put like proper coilovers on it. Like I always had like not like Racelands, but I had like. Oh, dude, that car, go up. I don't want to sidetrack quick. Go up one more. That car was something fucking crazy. That was, I can picture the guy, like his face, but has like a white interior.
Josh
like,
Brown, photographer, sick.
Yeah. This car,
boy.
this Eurotuner feature, this was in
Eurotuner.
their magazine. I had this car and all the photos associated with hanging up on my wall.
It's so old we can't even get the rest of the photos.
Yeah, the red carpet, the white interior, the red wheel.
It said Josh Brown, but now it disappeared.
Yeah. Getting something like that back was really cool. But I never bought like the cheapest coilovers, but I never really took the time to save up money to buy like a good quality coilover. So like I could never get the car at the height I wanted to, and when I could get it to the height I wanted to, it like drove like total shit. And it wasn't until like the last few months I owned the car, I saved up and finally bought a really nice set of coilovers and put them on the car. And then one day I was vacuuming the back of the car. I was cleaning the back of the car, and I was vacuuming, and I felt like a soft spot on the floor. And I was like, oh my God, I got all panicked. And I fucking peeled up the carpet, and I found a hole in the floor that like I couldn't have passed this water bottle through. So like, a Poland Spring water bottle. It would have never fit through the hole, but it was a soft spot in the floor. And I could see the ground below. So like if something had already kind of like one of the plugs had already rotted out. And I had such a fucking meltdown, like panic attack. I was like, the car is totally
useless.
Totally fucked, useless, everything. And I got rid of it. And I traded it in. I got a Mini Cooper in its place. And it wasn't until like 3 months later, I like had this the deepest like feeling of like regret and like remorse for getting rid of the car. And I went back to the dealer, and I was like, "Hey man, like, do you still have the car, or do you know where it went? Like, I want to buy it back." And he was like, "No, like it like got sent to like the scrapyard and like probably got crushed."
Like instantly.
And I was like, that feeling.
Yeah, look at that.
That feeling killed me because I was like, I got rid of this car for something so insignificant, so dumb, so insignificant, and it really killed me. But right before I did that, I got a really, really nice set of coilovers. I put it on, and I finally got the car to sit and drive exactly how I had always hoped and dreamed and imagined like it would drive, like at the height I wanted it to be, with the wheels I wanted on it, and like it was so comfortable and so awesome. And it sucked that I just.
Did you do any regular maintenance to it?
I did. That's so. The thing, I guess it kind of fits into this is like I don't come from like my dad's not into cars. You know, like there was no one in my
I thought
family.
you said he's got a nasty set of tools.
Oh, he's been an HVAC technician for like 40 years. So like,
I'm just joking.
yeah, he's not a car guy. Like no one in my family is a car guy. Like I kind of stumbled into this by accident. I don't know how, but so like I hadn't really know-how of how to like work on cars. So like I don't know of a better platform to learn like standard issued car maintenance and working on things than an ABA. I had my Bentley manual. I had what's his face, Dan J. Reed. You know his website.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I had his, you know, and a lot of other people's things on there, and that's how I like learned to work on cars and do like the most basic of things. But to me, it felt like the hugest achievement to be able to do these things and then like experience traveling up and down the East Coast like with my friends in this car that like I've like worked on and put my like what little money I had, but like even smaller amount of knowledge I had into this car to make it happen. I always had this like weird obsession with taking like the side markers and smoking them, and like looking back, it's like I hated to do stuff like that. I would like undo a lot of that stuff.
Right. Let me interrupt. Okay, so you have this car now today.
Yeah.
You don't have an unlimited budget, but you have some
Yeah.
budget. Okay, what are we doing with those side markers right there? Those orange side markers.
Amber.
Keeping them amber.
100%.
Stock.
100%.
Are we keeping U.S. bumpers? Or are you going Euro bumps?
100% U.S. bumpers.
Are you leaving that style Jetta grill? Or are you gonna get the Vento one?
That style Jetta grill.
No.
E-codes.
Yeah,
You going
100%.
Tinted E-codes?
Yeah.
Or regular E-codes?
No, clear. I don't like tinted anything. I'm not a tinted guy. That car came with smoked tails, and I took them off and put the GL
Orange
orange. Yeah,
You're making a JDM spec over
I
there?
put them on
Good
there.
Lord.
Yep. One thing I would do is I hated the
Cobra on the
spoiler.
hood?
I
Oh, sorry.
hated the spoiler on the hood. Hated it.
The trunk?
On the trunk. My bad. On the trunk. I would definitely take that off. One thing I did on my car, I can't even fathom why I did it. I took the side skirts off. Like it had the factory black side skirts. I took them off. I can't, for the life of me, think of why I did that.
Because you were a kid.
Yeah.
Are you doing it? What kind of chin spoil are you doing? Stock VR6?
The stock
Seat
NA.
Toledo?
What are you doing for wheels?
Wheels are too much because you'd probably want different wheels every year.
Nope. There was only one wheel that worked in the car. It was a TSW Venoms. 16 by 7s.
Sick.
That's
wow.
it.
16
White,
by 7s?
16 by 7s.
Okay.
Color
it's
match.
kind of a-
Another giant regret of mine was selling those wheels.
Are you leaving the badge chrome there?
Yeah, just as it's factory, just as it's supposed to be.
Boring.
Yeah.
I'm over here building a GTD Fox Body Mustang, and you're building a stock fucking Trek Mark III over here.
I think in this case now, like I wouldn't leave the ABA. Like a 180 swap would be great. Like a 180 like OEM looking
All right,
spec.
now we're getting somewhere. Getting a little power.
That would
All
be
right,
great.
all right, great.
Like the car
You
itself.
keeping
to me,
the 020 in there with the 180, or you going the 02A hydro?
You can't do that. You can't do that. But it would just kind of be like a super simple car, like a really tidy, like clean, simple car that I can just get in. Like that car never let me down.
Yeah.
It never let me down. It
It's
didn't
an
matter.
ABA with an 020.
But
The
it
worst
did-
thing to happen is it goes rah, 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 in reverse as the reverse gear chip, tooth is chipped.
you know
Otherwise, it's indestructible practically.
I lied. That car did let me down before the
It costs
ignition
you
coil.
$10 to fix.
The ignition coil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It costs- it let you down, and it costs you $10.
But
I don't want to hear.
I learned how to fix that. But yeah, no, it would be some resemblance of the same car that I owned. I think 180 swap would be great. I'm not a big VR guy, and just kind of doing everything I wanted to do then, but doing it correctly today.
Okay.
But just like looking at I still have all the photos of that car. Like I still look back at them. I'm like, man,
The one that got away.
it's like it's a Great White Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's a Great White Buffalo is what it is for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that great. I mean, no, it's kidding.
No, but for me, it's like that like sparked. But it's not just that. Like that sparked my friendship with Tobias.
Yeah.
Like
Who?
It's everything around it.
I'm just kidding.
Like all like Tobias, like my great friendship I have with Alexi, like the amount of nights I spent in the garage with him working on his car, like that, like all the people I met over the years, like were met because of that car. So like there's so much that means to me because of that.
Yeah.
And I'd love to bring it back because I think it would just be like fitting in a way.
It would be cool to see one.
I told you to sell that Polo and get yourself a sick Mark III and go to town, bro.
If I could find one, I would for sure.
You can find one. Just sell the Polo. We know some people. Use the people we know, which is a lot. Sell the Polo.
Yeah.
B, take money from Polo, buy Mark III. Oh, you can't find one? We know lots of people. We'll find you one. Just stop. I don't want to hear any excuses.
Yeah, that would be some of the things I would do. I think the biggest thing would be making the engine bay look the way I wanted it to. Because like having the confidence today, also not having to be a car I need to use every day, and being able to utilize my tools around me much better than I did then, that'd be the biggest thing.
Are you going to clean the engine bay at least, unlike the Honda out there?
No, I'm going to leave it as dirty as possible.
Oh, my God.
Dirty as possible.
We would have to do some digging for one of these things.
Dude, listen.
Dude. Paul McGrath in the super chat right now. Ultimate car or car part finder. Paul McGrath is like, if I want something bad, Paul, I'm looking for this.
Yeah.
That's not really sold in America. I got you, fam. And what do you know? There it is. I needed a little Digifizz clock adjuster, and I wanted the stripped out one with only the H and the M on it, whatever. 12 hours. I went to sleep and woke up from a whole bunch of messages from Paul, and I bought that. And then he wouldn't sell to America, so I called my friend Mish in Amsterdam. I go, bro, buy this for me right now. And then he buys it for me, and then he forward. It was great.
Yeah.
But Paul.
I did plenty of that with Polo parts.
All you got to do is tell what kind of Mark III you want. Paul's a big Mark III guy.
Yeah.
It's true.
He will get you exactly what you want.
He got his.
Yep.
Brought it over.
I told him I want an ABF engine swap one day, maybe buy a piece of crap card and import it and take it apart. 12 hours later, there's 30 links in my text to ABF GTIs. Telling you, broski.
But yeah, that's my first car, and that's what I would do, I guess, if I had it today.
I like that.
I think it's going to be far less exciting than Scott's.
Yeah, mine's completely boring in comparison to probably both.
I got
of
the
these.
assignment wrong. I'm still I keep laughing to myself because I got it so wrong.
I'm a little torn because my first car that I purchased with the intent of driving was actually a Mark II Golf, 8-valve.
2-door? 4-door?
2-door, I believe.
Big bump? Small? You don't remember? You know
I literally can't remember. Small bumpers.
Did you wreck it after a week?
No, I owned it for like maybe a month. Never seen the road. Didn't have my license.
Oh, okay.
It sat in my parents' front yard. I pretended I knew how to do body work by putting body filler somewhere on it and just scraping the shit out of the side. It was already in primer anyway.
Oh, okay.
Didn't know what the hell I was doing.
1 second.
It disappeared.
I said to Scott, relive your first car, all of the knowledge you have today, but the same wallet you had back then. He says, I like it.
I missed that wallet part. I got so excited with the first part. I missed the wallet
I see what you're saying, but I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
So that car never seen the road, even though technically my first car was a Mark II Golf. The first car I owned that seen the road was a Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX first gen in a lovely purple shade.
You got a
Stock
purple photo to show us?
I wish I have stock photos, but I couldn't find a purple
file photo. Yes.
I couldn't find a purple one.
Dude, hold up. You see that car with the chrome wheels right there?
This?
Yeah.
That's one of the Shepherds.
That is my friend Dayon's car. He used to own Proven Performance. And that is the fastest car I've ever been in my entire life. And although it's all-wheel drive, I saw the sky in it, shit my pants, and then we had to stand on the brakes to just get onto the highway because he was going way too fast to merge into traffic. That is his car. That is the fastest car I've ever been in my life. Sorry,
these things had quite the rep back then for cheap speed.
Yes.
And at the time...
Was it a 3G?
4G63.
That's it.
Yeah,
yes.
4G63. Technically, I believe the same motor as the Evo. If I
really?
I believe so.
It is.
Wow.
And drivetrain, all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive, yep. I believe I traded the Mark II plus cash to purchase this vehicle off a friend of mine's girlfriend.
What color was it?
why
Help me envision this.
why
in
it
my
was
head.
purple.
Oh, that's purple.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why it was purple. I believe her dad painted it purple.
I was gonna say there's no purple ones up here.
She ended up entering the Mark II into a demolition derby. So that's what happened with that thing.
Poor thing.
And then I limped along the GSX for an extended period of time. I don't even know how many years I drove it. I don't even think it was years, honestly. It might have been a year-ish, something along those lines. I had no clue what I was doing at all. And I think one of the first mods I did was an air-fuel ratio gauge.
Nice.
Really?
And a boost gauge.
I was gonna say no boost first.
You have
It
no
was-
clue what you're
yeah.
doing, but you're wiring in an AFR gauge?
I don't even know how I did it. I don't know if it worked properly. I know back then was it AEM or Autometer? Who are the silver ones? Autometer.
Autometer.
The way the air fuel ratio gauge worked, it was just the LED bars that went
Yep.
from, I think, red to yellow to green, and at full throttle you hoped it was in green. That's the way it worked. And
It's one wire to the alternator.
it
not hard.
just it was it wasn't. I
Power
think it was
ground,
two
alternator.
three wires
I'm sorry,
altogether.
alternator. It said power ground to the oxygen sensor, and you're all set.
Yeah, it wasn't too crazy. Did that, had the boost gauge, and obviously dumb shit like a shift knob, and drove the piss out of that thing for an extended period of time. I think I spray painted the wheels because they were chrome and black, and I spray painted them all black. And then the vehicle began to overheat, and thus my problems with the 4G63 experience started.
Oh.
It was that. It was all the heads warped. It was a bunch of different stuff that I had no budget, no idea what I was doing, to take it at face value and fix it or whatever. Now, if I had that car, I'd probably immediately sell it because I don't want one anymore. But it would have been cool if I knew, hey, you know what? Get a nice set of coilovers because that'll,
Everything
kinda-
looks better low.
that'll hold you over for a little bit. I mean, it's with this thing, I don't even think I replaced the tires. I'm sure the tires were all dry rotted. It was just
Oh man.
a fucking, quite the hoopty for an 18-year-old that didn't want to do anything but ride his BMX bike.
It's quite a cool car, though.
Now that I
by like
think about
happenstance,
it,
it's a really
yeah,
cool car to end up upon.
yeah. And I mean, it did its job for a little while. I think I ended up getting rid of it, sorted out the head issue somehow. But then I think the transmission blew or something, obviously, because
But
I was
did this
driving
car-
10/10ths everywhere.
Is this the car that got you obsessed with cars, though?
I
Was
was
this
already
the one?
obsessed with cars before
Okay.
so I say obsessed. I was really into the idea of cars before owning a car
Okay.
because of a Mark IV Volkswagen. Because I was always at the skate park. Handful of my friends started Rave
I
Green.
remember.
Handful of my friends, started being obviously older than me. They had their own cars and were getting into cars. And then going for a ride in a 1.8T that was chipped, I was just like,
Oh, mind blown.
what the fuck is this? And
118 never lose.
That was it. So that played a big part in my, like, oh shit, I want a car. And the timing of it, turning 18, because I didn't get my license until I was 18, because I truly didn't care about anything but BMX. That was it. So when I
but
turned,
you didn't want, okay, because I have a similar story about skateboarding about. Like, you didn't want to freaking have a car to go ride places?
I didn't need one.
Because you had a skate park?
I rode everywhere.
Skate parks didn't exist when I was.
Rode everywhere or
It
had
didn't exist?
No.
Were you born in the fucking 50s?
No, but like early, mid 90s, there was no skate parks, dude.
Well, not around here, yeah.
There was one playground skate park. Sorry.
I was
Joe.
very fortunate, to be in the time frame I came up because, for one, there was a skate park literally 5 minutes on my bike from my house.
Asshole BMX
So-
at the skate park.
And then with that, like I said, everybody was older than me. So everybody already had their licenses or cars.
So you
I
could
was
hop in
just
with
the
them.
little kid that was with everybody else. Like, to the point where my dad had to come with me to Woodward because when I first went to Woodward, I was too young. But it was like my dad plus all my friends, which was awesome. But it was like that. So, I got older, finally turned 18, finally get my license. But I started getting into the cars probably probably freshman year of high school, something like that, 8th grade. So I would assume 15, 16, mainly because of influences at the park. Plus, my friend Wayne, who was in my class, he made the natural progression from dirt bikes and scooters that we used to fuck around with and get in trouble on to, he was just old enough to get his license, instantly got his license, and drove a Mitsubishi Stereon.
Sick.
And that's where I learned about turkey noises and turbo noises and all that fun stuff. So that was a heavy influence as well of like, ooh, I want something. But again, at that time, all I cared about was BMX, and finally somewhere around 18, got my license and somehow got a car. Obviously, I assume because of my parents or whatever, but I can't even remember how it played out, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, so it'd be cool to have that car, do suspension on it. At the time, like, didn't know how valuable an exhaust would be or an intake would be. You know, just different things like that. I had no clue.
A boost controller, not a boost gauge.
So that was the other thing.
Crank it up.
And part of me, I did have a little bit of sense of maturity because I didn't get a boost controller. Like, I know I could do that. But, like, if I'm going to drive this car to work and keep this car, I probably shouldn't do that. I watched others do that and blow up their cars repeatedly.
Yeah.
So that's probably why. But, if I had one of these today, definitely first thing would be suspension. Probably a decent set of wheels, exhaust. And I'm sure the technology to upkeep a 4G63 has come a long way, especially with a small, T3, T4 turbo, something like that.
Timu.
Bigger intercooler, exactly. Get
Timu.
Timu build.
There's so much glass on the rear hatch.
Huge.
It's all
There's so
glass.
much glass in the car.
Yeah.
Like when you're sitting in the car.
It's like a bubble of glass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you really are. It's really is a
There's a
fishbowl.
B pillar, and that's about it. C
Yeah.
pillar is a tiny piece of metal.
But these things, it was wild at the time. The Shepherds, I believe, somewhere in the Carolinas or southern U.S., maybe even Florida, they were kind of leaders of the pack when it came to the 4G63 GSX drag racing stuff, and built some insane cars. And that's like, I remember sitting at like a bowling alley with all my friends and having like the stupid fucking Fast and Furious movie came out. So like, I remember having a magazine looking at, I don't know, some modified magazine or whatever it was. But like the ads in there that used to be 2 or 3 pages with just all the stuff.
Nopey.
And I'd be sitting there like circling it. Like, we get that. We get that. Didn't know how I was
There's a
gonna get
Toys
that.
R Us toy catalog, and it turned right into
Right into
Nopey
cars.
catalog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
same thing.
Exactly. But yeah, I would say the first car that I really dove into was, it's funny to think about this, was my Mark III Jetta.
I'm here with a bunch of Mark III Jetta boys.
Because that's
Jesus
that was the
Christ.
one that I kept for a really long time. Did
Did you drive it off a clip when there was a little tiny hole in the back from the rust?
No, I traded it in for
A Mini Cooper?
Traded it in for a SRT4 Neon.
Whoa, now.
Yep, real speed.
That's a
Moving
better.
on up.
a better
Moving on
choice.
up.
Yeah. But that car, like,
Did you put a boost controller in that car?
no boost controller in that car. No, that was like Y-Tech coilovers, some brakes, some stainless steel braided lines, intake, and then the rest of the time I spent my money on fixing it and repairing all the stupid shit that would pop up. It was
It's a
nine-
Dodge. Because it's a Stellantis product.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was the Jetta.
Oh.
Yeah, the Jetta. That was a lot of. I kept that car for a few years. A lot of money just doing stupid shit. Steering rack, anything you could think of, it fucked up. Because it was in '94. It was like the first year that the Mark III GLX made its way here.
Oh, it was a GLX?
It was GLX, yeah.
Cool guy over here.
Balling out.
Yeah.
Brandon
Leather.
Poor Corey
And again,
over
this
here.
is why I say I would love to still replicate seating position in that car because I've never felt as comfortable in any other car besides that one, oddly enough.
I'd be interested. I don't know if the memories are fonder than what the car
What it
actually
is
is.
currently, if
'Cause
one
I'd be-
rolled up right now, how
Yeah.
it would feel. Yeah.
like if I could come back, like if I sat back in the car again, would I feel the same, or is it just like a memory?
Right. So such a golden memory that you kind of trick yourself into believing it. Oh yeah, I did tectonics exhaust, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
for
the
that.
Tectonics catalog.
Yeah.
Circle
We
things
actually,
in it?
because I used to So
Yeah.
this time we would just call Matt Crook at Tuning Zubahor.
Zubahor? Yeah, Maddie.
Hey man,
Just talked to Matt
I need
this morning.
these Y-Tech coilovers, and I need this, and I need this, or whatever
Need
else.
some in-pro this.
Yeah. No, I
and
never went.
some,
No, actually, yeah, I did get E-codes as well.
Exactly.
I couldn't even tell you who they were made by, if they were real or not. But I did have them. Badgeless grill, E-codes. I think it was about it exterior-wise. It was pretty clean. It did have rust, too. Bottom of the doors, as one would expect.
Classic.
Yeah. Never fails. And then
Did you
that
have
was
the rocker covers on so you didn't see how much rust was on there?
Yep. And that was part of the reason too of getting rid of it was ultimately, remember, I think earlier I said the roof leaked. So the
That's
roof
great. Yeah, did Mark
literally-
III sunroofs
My
leak that
sunroof
often?
never leaked.
it leaked
Yeah.
right into the fucking car. Like I'm driving and if
What did
draining,
you do to it?
I didn't do anything to it. Yeah, I don't know. It sucked. Because that was one of those things we couldn't figure out. We weren't sure if it was clogged, you know what I mean? Like the drain tubes clogged or whatever. Checked all those, and then I don't know. I really don't know if maybe it was missing components somewhere internally.
Oh man.
That sealed it off, but it was a pain in the ass. So much so I had to get a car cover and put a car cover on it whenever I parked it at
Oh
night.
my god.
Because it was just like if there was any threat of rain, I'm fucked. There's a
Wow.
3-inch
Did you ever
puddle.
think about maybe seeing what the problem was and fixing it?
No.
Okay.
At that time,
Just checking.
E-codes and Y-Tech coilovers were way
More important than
Yeah.
raining inside the car.
I never had the leaky sunroof in the Mark III.
Yeah. That was probably the only thing obviously that I hated about it was just like, fuck, I got to deal with this. But I still limped
Wow,
along for
I
quite a long
have-
time.
I remember cleaning
You
the
don't
sunroof drain.
So you remember this Jetta. You remember a little. I mean, dude, I have like crazy memories of mine. I'm a skateboarder.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
No.
I'm a skateboarder. Same thing. I only have like one other friend who has a car at the time. Like my crew, me and my two best buddies, we were like the same age.
Mm-hmm.
But then a bunch of other kids were younger than us. So skateboarding, and the skateboarding crew was either kind of hardcore kids or kind of hip hop kids. And I leaned towards the hip hop stuff. I was the hip hop guy. And let me tell you, the first time I heard that boom, boom, boom in a trunk, I was hooked.
Really?
And I wanted a car as much to drive around as I did to figure out to get some boom, boom, boom in my trunk. And
That's one thing that never interested me.
this is why I'm into cars.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted a car for boom, boom, boom because my brother, my stepbrother they had home stereos, but they didn't bump.
Yeah.
Like in a car, it's like, doom, doom, doom. Like I put the same Souls of Mischief 93 till Infinity tape in my brother's stereo, and it didn't bump. You know, so I'm working at the time. My parents are not buying me a car. I saved up some money, and I finally had like $900. And I remember going to my stepfather and my mom, and be like, "Oh, like what can I get for $900?" And this was before the internet, and you had to go to the newspaper.
Yep.
Yep.
And there was literally like one car in there for $1,000, 82 Ford Mustang.
Nice.
And we went to look at it. My stepfather, he's a jack of all trades, master of none. Drove it around, whatever. He checked, I don't know, first thing about cars at all, you know? And he's like, yeah, it's pretty good. You know, it's good first car. Okay, whatever. So goes to the lady. He's like, oh, it's for the kid here. He only has $900 or whatever. You know, she's like, oh yeah, $900. Sure, take the car. So driving home, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going out driving tomorrow, whatever. My parents are like, whoa. You gotta pay for insurance and register. I go, what the hell is that? And I remember I had to go back to work for like a month and a half to get enough money for
To get it sorted.
registration and insurance or whatever. And I was like, holy crap. So I remember the first time going out, I remember going to the bottom of my street and making a right and then getting like to the first intersection with a stoplight and like having to make a left and going, oh shit, where do I go? Do I go like that guy's turning, I go before him, or I go past him and then make the left? I remember just like panicking. Anyways, and it was a piece of shit and it needed lots of work. So what do? First semester of senior year, I take auto shop class. My
Smart.
car's a piece of crap.
Great idea.
I'm totally exposed to all the car people.
Yep.
Make some friends. Learn a bit about cars. Do front brakes on my car. Do back brakes on my car. My car had wired hubcaps. It was like a straight six automatic.
What year is it?
82.
Okay.
82 Mustang. But then it was funny. Like one day, like there was some like it was like a someone who graduated that came back to work on his car stereo, and I was like, oh man, the bass box. Like I figured out what it was. Like I didn't even know what the boom boom was.
Yeah.
But I learned to work on cars. I learned how to do just tons of stuff in auto shop class. And I just having to work on my car. Like the water pump was leaking. You know, a water pump is a weep hole.
Mm-hmm.
It started leaking. Right there, the 82 Mustang 5-speed. Well, kind of looked like that.
What color was it?
It was white, and then I painted it black. Mako paint job.
Oh, okay.
But on the right there, those are the 10-hole wheels in that yellow car. So my shop teacher had those on an old Mustang he had, or those are from a newer Mustang. He sold them to me for $400. I was super stoked.
$400
for the wheels.
The car was $900.
I know, but I needed a wheel. I needed new tires, so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the tires and wheels." But then I spent the money on the wheels, and then my mom was like, "Where's the money for the tires?" Like, "Oh, I bought the wheels," and she's like, "No, you don't have money for tires." Like, I know, I'll save up more, but I loved it. I fixed it. Again, skateboarding with my friends. I rigged up a tape player. Okay, it's not even a car stereo. It was all it did was play tapes.
Yeah.
And it had like an RCA out to a bazooka tube, amplified bazooka tube, and I had the boom, boom, boom in the Mustang. And I was loving it. And we'd drive around, and then I don't remember exactly. I don't think we were running from the cops in New Haven, but we ran in my car, and I slammed in reverse, and like I stood on the pedal pretty hard, and I broke the reverse band in the automatic. So no more reverse.
No.
So I go back to my teacher in school, because like I only had shop class, but you could go after school. You could even show up early and mess with your car and whatever. And you could let like I needed rear brake drums. Like I never did them. Like another class did them for me.
Oh, okay.
And like all you had to buy was like the parts at a discount or whatever. It's totally great. It was Mr. Jackson was the teacher, Action Jackson.
Jackson?
My mom went to high school with him, like pretty wild. But and then like the water pump went, and then my stepfather's like, "Hey, we'll do it together." And I learned it, I just started working on my own car, everything. Car like I love that dash setup. I had that same ugly steering wheel, yes. What?
I was just thinking it's so unfortunate now that new cars have so much new tech and crap that the average person can't.
Oh, I know.
Your car, his car,
Dude,
my
my
shit.
stepfather barely had a set of tools, and we did a water pump and like radiator and fan, and all this stuff, and he
so much more
he had
accessible.
like as I am now. He barely had a set of sockets.
Yeah.
And we did this in our freaking driveway. But yeah, I did a base tube. Then I got the wheels. Then my stepfather actually got a car painted at the Mako for the $199. I was like, yo, I'm getting my car painted black. I got it painted black. I got black hubcaps, but then that's why I'm going to get the 10-hole wheels. So yeah, I was totally into it. It's just the best. And then
What color was the inside?
it was white. It was white on white.
Oh.
It had like a white leather, white interior.
So now it became a white leather on black paint.
Yep. But anyway, so I blew the reverse band in New
Oh my
Haven.
God, dude.
Dude, well, I didn't have the coupe. I had the hatchback one.
All right.
Sorry. Not a GT either, but
I was gonna say, do you know what model it was?
it was an
like?
LX.
LX, okay.
Yeah,
That'll
it had the
help.
chrome trim and stuff.
Let's see.
But I blew the reverse band. We ended up doing the transmission in shop class, like as a major project, all the things. And like, he got this transmission shop to rebuild. He's like, oh, I'm going to get it rebuilt for you street and strip, even though it's only straight six. I'm like, and I remember asking him, like, what the hell? What are you talking? What is street and strip? What does that mean? He's like, oh, we're going to change the band. And like, he explained it to me. And I was like, oh, sick. Like, I got a race car transmission in my straight six Mustang. So then one time it had a slight coolant leak after we did the water pump, something else. And I remember being like, oh, I'm driving an hour to a skate place. I had to meet some friends. And I didn't check the freaking coolant. And I got stuck in traffic on 95 as always.
Yep.
Blew the head gasket. And I remember like it was too big of a job. The school didn't want to do it. My stepfather obviously couldn't do it. And I had to pay like $800 for a complete head job. And I was Like literally, they had the car for 3 months because it took me like $300 to come up with $800. But I loved the car at this time. I wasn't giving it up. But like, I became a complete car stereo car guy because of my first car. Like,
Did you improve
totally
on the car stereo at all?
Oh hell yeah! By the end, I had amazing stuff because my second car, EF Civic 4-door, I built an insane system in it, completely insane. That one time I went to buy. I bought some carpet from them from like the showroom. I did my whole trunk, like it's like we're talking about plexiglass enclosure and amps under light, all this jazz. And they brought me down some other carpet to buy because they needed more. And I was like, no, this isn't the carpet. Like I bought it here before. And they're like, I don't know what you want. Just go around back to the install bay or whatever. So like I was like, hey, I'm looking for this carpet. He's like, well, what are you looking for? And I opened my trunk and the guy's like, you work here tomorrow. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
And I got a job at a car stereo shop. I quit the arcade.
Really? Oh, you were at an arcade?
I still worked part-time at the arcade. But oh no, it's the coupe. Why are they all coupes? Right there. And that one, yeah. It's like kind of like what it was. That was the grill, everything. But yeah, so
and you would just learn to do that just by
all by myself.
Yeah.
Some people teach themselves to play guitar. I teach myself how to build car stereo systems.
Make that ice.
Insane. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And yeah, I used to have to pull out stereo. We go to New Haven. What did I do with the car stereo when I go to New Haven? I think I just hid it in the car. I would take it out and hide it in the car.
Take it, you put it in your pocket.
I think I just stick it under the seat because we go skating. So.
I remember that. I have to take the face off.
Yep.
And you were never worried about taking any other parts of the.
That's it, right? Like those weren't the wheels, but man, that's
close. Yeah.
Lights, everything. Oh my god.
What a nightmare.
Yes. So I love my first, that made me everything. Everything.
It's interesting. Like the Ford Mustang was a lot of people's first car. Just not because they're out there looking for a Mustang. It's because at one point it was like an affordable
availability.
And there's a ton available. So it was
Did you know they made a straight 6 automatic Mustang? What?
I actually I knew you could get a 4-cylinder in the Fox body and the V8. I never knew you could get a straight 6. But yeah, I mean,
that's hotness right there. But you see so mine had the same front bumper. The underside there, like where the 4 grills are on the left under the headlight, like that's where they just didn't spray enough paint at makeup. And like I taped it all off and I rattle canned it, just gloss black, Rust-Oleum or freaking Krylon. They had Krylon back in the day. Yeah,
how to look after.
Oh, look mint, bro. Oh no. I didn't even really know, but like by the time I got the wheels and the paint midway through senior year or whatever. And then you couldn't drive your car until like you couldn't drive it like the beginning of senior year or something. So I finally could drive my car to school. And apparently like me and one other kid were like, dude, they have the sickest cars in school. And I was like, I literally didn't even know until after graduated. And then went to prom. I went to a girl's prom and she was like, I was like, oh, I'm going to get a limp. That was it. The interior, except mine was black. Or white. The dash was black, but the carpet was black, dash was black, but everything else was white. But anyway, she was like, I don't want to get a limo. Like, we got to take your car. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And like, the car was a big deal. And like, it was hilarious.
And what year was this?
What? High school?
Yeah.
93, 94. 94, 95.
That's cool.
So at the time, the car was like 12 years old.
Yeah. I don't even know how many miles I had. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like if you go back to that car stereo picture, go to the blue inside. See like the radio's like a weird size?
Yeah. Yep.
The factory one was like all molded in there and I just butchered it out. And put in literally this radio was just a little bit bigger than a tape cassette and it sat in there like flopping around. I remember we got pulled over one time and like the rap music is just blasting and like I don't know why, but I didn't stop the music because the cop was coming up to the car and he's like, Could you turn the music off? And I was like, oh yeah, sorry. It was wild. Good times. That was it though. I had the crappier steering wheel than that, but I had the wood dash. I love it.
You ever think about trying to find another one?
No.
No?
No. I had my fun. Like I sold some cars. People are like, oh, you're gonna no. I had my fun. Enjoyed it.
Wow.
I could do one. Like I just said, on my alternative theory about this take-home project was Coyote motor, okay, cleaned up engine bay,
Yep.
Tremec 6-speed, but with a
But in an 82.
yeah,
Okay.
bro. Yeah,
Yep.
like, and I wouldn't change much on the outside. I'd black out the chrome trim.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'd be on BBS Motorsport wheels, of course.
Yep.
The tail lights are like all red already. I love them. The way the headlights are sunken in, I might do a Cobra grill. The dash is so sick. It'd be club sport, so it'd be set up fixed racing buckets in the front. Yeah, just like fixed racing buckets in the front. Fuck your back seat. No, the GTD's right there.
Oh, I wanted to
Dude,
see.
I was
there's a
looking up how I
particular
could fix a
Fox
swan neck spoiler to the hatch of my 82 because you guys are talking about now, and I'm like, so like, yeah, that's a hotness right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a whole build, and I was gonna run a higher ring and pinion in the back, so like top speed only be like 120 with the
You got down to
120 mile per hour with the rear end.
Down to
But
gearing.
it'd be short gearing. So like Coyote's not as great as say like some tunability's a LS, but I was like, dude, it would rip. Hell yeah, I had it all planned out, guys. BBK, Brembos, giant Brembos, filling the wheels, whatever size I got. Hell yeah, I had it all planned out, guys.
What could have been?
What could have been?
Club Sport spec is Scott spec.
What could
every
still
car
be?
every car I build is literally like stripped out interior.
What could still be
raced
today?
out. It could be.
It could be.
Could be. It could be an E46 M3 too.
What is it about the what sparked the E46 M3 thing?
I want a rear-wheel drive car.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the Mustang?
Yeah, besides the Cobra. Just looking. Here's a crazy fact I realized. E46 M3 Coupe
Yep.
weighs less than a Mark IV R32. What?
An E46 M3 coupe.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Interesting,
Mark
yeah.
IV R32
Here's
seems
the
kind
best-
of porky.
Super porky.
Yeah.
But it's 200 pounds almost. E92 M3
Yeah.
still 50 pounds less than a Mark IV R32. What
Still?
the fuck were they feeding those things?
That's wild. That's all that
No,
aluminum.
actually, I was taking out the back seat of the R32, and the upper back that has the seatbelt in it, like I almost threw out my back.
Yep.
Like I thought it was still bolted to the car, and it wasn't. It was it's 70 freaking pounds for one half of the back seat.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I don't. Well, yeah. What's gonna make it so heavy?
The
Drivetrain stuff?
No, the back seat is because the seatbelt's been into it, so it's super full of steel that if you pull on the seatbelt, the 3-point is attached to the seat, so the seat doesn't just come forward and fold
Fly
down.
out. Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nick Plazar said the R32 seats are a prank on the owners.
Well, all front seats on new cars are crazy heavy. Like my new favorite thing is add lightweightening.
Yeah. Add light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This literally there's so much
Bulbous
crap.
extra
Yeah,
stuff.
but even with my rally golf project, my big one, I was trying to put in power windows, power trunk pop. Or I put in power windows, power trunk pop, door locks, all this stuff. And I was working on it the other day. I was like redoing the doors. And I was like, "You're all out of here. I don't need any of this shit.
I was going to say,
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna turn the freaking key in the door, and it's gonna feel great."
with
Yeah.
a couple exceptions, like Corey's upgrade radio wise, so like some very luxury comforts in a vehicle. I'd like my phone to connect to the radio, be able to listen to music. That tech I'm cool with. But any car that even when I had the Mustang, I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can get roll down windows. Like I want to just get rid of all the extra bullshit.
What I was thinking was like when I was building, I've been building the rally for 20 years, so it's pathetic. But like back then, keyless was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Now it's so regular. Like I want to turn the key in the door.
Yeah. I miss.
I want to turn the key in the hatch. I'm gonna make it super lightweight. I actually thought about weighing the whole lock assembly versus the popper on the hatch. Whichever weighs less gets to stay. But yeah, get rid of it
I
all.
think you should
And
go
then
that route.
the only thing, and I'm old, I don't care, but like air conditioning is super important. It makes sometimes the drive can be so exhausting, but it was just if you had air conditioning, you would not be. As tired.
You would be totally wiped out.
So yeah, man.
That's how I feel about driving the Polo when it gets too hot.
Well, there's sometimes a cruise you're going on, like you wouldn't have it. You're gonna have the windows down anyways, whatever. But sometimes there's journeys where you're like, fudge. I have to have a black one.
Oh, it's got to be black.
It's got to be black because I'm going to have lots of carbon fiber parts on it, and I don't want to be ostentatious and see it all or paint it, so it'll just be...
Are you going to paint the carbon fiber?
Not to start.
Gotcha.
That's
Wow.
funny. My friend used to work there.
Wow. How much did they ask? 55. Holy
What the what?
55 grand is what they were asking?
Yeah.
Did I see that right?
I'm looking at sub 10 grand ones.
Nice.
So I did think I could increase my budget a little bit for less miles, but man, trying to buy a car on Facebook, it's ridiculous. People don't even get back to you. Like, why is your ad up here?
Yeah.
Right. Well, aren't you
So
trying
you're looking
to
for like
sell
a
this
basket
thing?
case?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because even if it had 96,000 miles on it or 200,000, I'm gonna fucking do all the maintenance shit no matter what.
Look at
So-
JR.
What?
His car's got 200.
230, I think.
Oh really? It's 230.
I believe it's.
Okay.
I know it's,
It's
2 and
up there.
change.
It's
yeah.
up there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, he's
I'm not
like
scared
Mr.
of it.
Maintenance.
I'm
Yeah.
not scared.
Yeah.
So
I think you should. Yeah. I think it's a great way to be able to jump into a car like
like the
that.
motor buzz, I'm putting that S65 V8 in because which is great. Like talking again.
You got to give him the video of the dude rebuilding an S65
I'll take it.
from the get.
Everybody needs to look up Team Shermer.
Yep.
2013
From the Nürburgring.
racing at the Nürburgring. I saw like 3 of those cars, and I just remember being like, "That's the sickest fucking shit I've ever fucking seen." Full on, like road cars, but still race cars. They call them GTs,
Mhm.
E46, E90 GTs. And I want to build one.
You still want to build.
I mean, I always, it's so funny because like I remember the logo Team Shermer, but like I never thought to look them up on Instagram until like a month ago.
Right.
And I was like, oh, look at this. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, this is right up my
There's
alley.
a lot of stuff here.
Yep. I was totally into it. So, yeah.
Well, I think Corey should sell the pole and hunt for a Mark III.
I support that.
I think that'd be cool.
Another Mark III Jetta.
That'd be a real cool hunt.
I've sold 2 cars already.
Mhm.
I bought another one, but we have a third car. I have a third car to sell that I'm going to sell, and I hope to sell even a 4th car.
Maybe I want the third one.
Rabbit GTI?
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
It's pretty good. It's got fresh single stage on it. It looks good.
White.
A real quick story. We got time?
Yeah. We get
All right. So, again, you sell some cars, you got some folding money in your pocket. So my buddy posts a car. I don't even know why. So the R32 full build for me. It's in 1 million pieces.
Mhm.
Back from paint. I'm the slowest rebuilder ever.
Yep.
But I really miss driving it. So my buddy posts one up, a friend down south, and I was like, I don't know. So I call him, and he's giving me like every sales car thing, whatever. I was like, oh, I hate you, whatever. So he's asking more. So I was like, well, I'll give you this. He's like, no way, I'm not. But I was like, no problem. Like, doesn't sell. When you want this price, call me back. So he calls me back like 2 days later or whatever. I was like, because he does post up lots of cars for sale and they sell real fast. So it's still so again, like not even meet in the middle. Give him like $500 more or whatever. And I was like, and he has a whole bunch of other shit he's selling. He's cleaning out his shop, all this stuff. So then I was like, Kev, we want to do truck and trailer. You into this? Like, you got free time, whatever. He goes, so Kev just starts sending me flights. Flights from Hartford to Knoxville or whatever. So then I start looking up flights. And next thing you know, it's road trip season. Here we go. Booked 2 flights, no directs from Hartford or whatever. So we got to fly into Philly. First plane, it's one of the ones where there's like the seat on one side and 2 on the other. And like anybody who's like 5'11" or more has to duck to like walk down the aisle. It's like puddle jumper plane, whatever.
Yep.
And I'm not a good flyer. I guess I'm not a good flyer. So I'm a little bugged out or what.
Yeah.
Like it just not. I was like, oh my God, this thing is so small. Oh my God. First flight, no problem. Second flight, no problem. Oh shoot, hold on. Back up. Before we leave, we buy the plane tickets. With my work schedule, there's literally like a small window of when we can get them, but it's also the holidays. So airplane prices are all over the place. But like there's one day where they're like literally like $111 for a flight, whatever. It's like, oh, perfect. So in the time period, I get a random text from one day and it's a picture. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I open the picture and it's like this thing that looks like a big sheet of carbon fiber. I go, yeah. He's like, oh, I I just bought a whole bunch of stuff clean out from this other guy. It's a Mark II carbon fiber roof, brand new, never been on. Are you interested? I was like, sold. Right? So no, and that was the fact. I was like, oh, now we're driving. He's like, well, what are we going to do? He's like, I was like, when we get down there, we'll figure it out. Because if he has a whole bunch of parts we want to buy, we'll drive the car back and we'll come back. Because we were looking at renting a minivan to get the roof. Because like the roof is like a giant.
It's a big,
freaking, it's as big as this table, whatever. So what we're going to do, whatever. So we're going to fly down there. We're going to figure it out. So we fly down there. He picks up the airport. We go there. We just start looking at all the stuff he's selling. I haven't even seen the car yet. He shows me the hood, the roof. I'm like, oh, yes. I've been looking for one of these forever. By the way, I said sold, and he gave me the price, and it was hella cheap. Way less than, you could get them for back in the day when the one company in the UK was making them.
Yep.
So I'm super stoked on that. But then, like, we're arguing about prices and other parts, and he's just like Kevin and I. Like, he wants a ton of money. We want to pay nothing. Nothing's happening. and even we're like, dude, nobody's gonna buy the hunk of junk. Why do you? He's like, dude, somebody wants it. He's telling us he gets all the money for this, and we're like, you're freaking nuts or whatever. So we ended up there. We're already there for like an hour and a half, and I was like, oh, shit, where's this car that I bought? Let's see this car. And he had one of his guys, like it was in like the back warehouse. He pulls it out front, whatever, and I'm walking up the car. I'm like, oh my god, this thing looks like the biggest piece of shit. And it's so filthy. It is the filthiest of filthy cars. And I'm like, Matt, like, could you run it through the car wash, dude? This is disgusting. Like, what is this thing hiding? But I'm still like, I already paid for the car. He already has, like, the title transferred. He has templates to get us. He has everything. So I'm like, fuck it. Fudgety fudge. So we're picking up parts for Paul McGrath. So now Kevin ends up buying some Mark II parts at a dash. So now we're like, all right, Tetris time. Can we fit everything in the car? So the first thing
is fit the roof in them.
So the first thing is to see if we can fit the roof in the car. So we freaking get the roof in the C, between the C pillars, really low. Take out the headrests. It just fucking squeaks and you bend it just a hair. We get it in. So we're thinking, all right, the oh shit handles, we're going to tie up some stuff. We're going to get it to hold, but then the oh shit handles were kind of forward, and it was still hanging down, like the seats all the way down. It was still like hitting our heads. I'm like, bro, we got a long ass drive. Like this thing bouncing off our heads are not going to be good. So like, what are we going to do? So then we're like, let's see if we can fit everything else. Because if we can't fit everything else, we got to come back anyways. We managed to fit everything else, and the hood is still like in there. We have the car and like pieces to get everything in there. It's like, oh, you know what? We need like something to just hold it up or whatever. So then Matt is like, hey, in the back corner there, when I was doing some renovations on the whatever, there's a whole bunch of construction material. Go back there and find it. So I walk back there, and I find like a 2.5-inch piece of PVC. And I was like, all right, now we need a tape measure. So we go out there, and we push it up, take a tape measure from the cup holder in the Mark IV behind the seats to like up to the roof. Now we go into the shop, get the one of the VW guys there. He's like, whoa, what do you guys need? Whatever. So we cut the freaking PVC pipe to length, got a whole bunch of rags, and now we got a stripper pole hanging up the carbon fiber roof in the Mark IV R32. Okay. I'm not happy about the car, but like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like, but I'm also thinking, shit, I'm getting this roof home for a price. So now that's a whole bunch more money off the car. Like, because how else would I have gotten this giant roof? Like, how could you ship it? The thing, it's like flippity flobbity, like, whatever. So, whatever. So, we leave, and I checked the freaking oil at least before we left, because I was like, oh my god, let me look under the hood of this, because now I don't. Things mint this, that, the other. Dude, fucking turd city. Okay, and it's not like bad. It's just like, dude, you told me all this shit was great, whatever, and I was like, look at all this. Like there was things I knew beforehand, but other stuff I didn't. So I was like, but anyway, so we get on the road. I go to shift into 6th gear, it won't go into 6th gear. So now I just fucking lose it. And I was like, Matt, you motherfucker. This fucking piece of shit won't go into fucking 6-speed, dude. We didn't even make it like 2 miles away. What the fuck? He's like, dude, it works at 6-speed. You just got to finesse the shifter. Like, look at the shifter neutral. I'm going down the highway. It's going on. It doesn't line up. Like, go in. I was like, and like I hang up the phone on him. And like, it does go in. You have to you have to be forceful.
Yeah.
But not too fast. Not too forceful. Not light. You got to, boom, it goes in. And fine. So then we're going down the highway. Like, the windows keep fogging up. Like, what the fuck is with this heater system? And it's cold. It's winter.
Yeah.
It's just blowing on the fucking feet, boiling hot. Now, the car, even the Carfax, everything, he told me it's got all the cooling systems redone. The AC's freaking freezing cold. I know it's heat, but whatever. AC blowing cold. My feet are on fire. It's 100 degrees coming out. Nothing works.
Yeah.
The won't defrost. It won't blow in the vents. It only blows in the feet. Hot and cold doesn't work. It's stuck on 100% full fucking hot. It's like, mother effer. Cruising home. The seat heaters work on 5. They don't work on anything else. Okay.
This is perfect.
It's terrible. And then the car is so disgustingly dirty. Like everything is fogging up. It's 10 minutes on the road. I'm like, it stinks in here. I can't place the smell or whatever. So then Kev's like, yo, the world's biggest Buc-ee's is just ahead. We're going to Buc-ee's. Like, hell yeah, we're going to Buc-ee's. So we go to Buc-ee's. It's brand new. It's just huge. And they have a giant car wash. I was like, yo, let's hit so I was like, first let me get gas. The car won't take all the gas. It keeps turning off. I have to put it on like trickle drip.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it still was acting funky. So I'm like, another thing I'm mad about. Go put air in the tires. Of course, the air is all jacked up in the tires because, it's got some really good Contis on. I don't know, like those Extreme contacts. I get there. Yeah, it has 3 bald Extreme contacts and some 2-cent Kumo tire on it. Not even matching one. Anyways, so we go to the car wash at Buc-ee's. It's like, let me get the good one, whatever. Because like the car is so disgusting. Like I can't even. We're gonna be 10 plus hours. We're getting a hotel room one night on the way back. So as you go in the car wash and it's a slap and scratch, whatever. Yep. So when like they pour all the foam on the windshield or whatever.
Yep.
Right as it gets to a certain part, it flashes the Buc-ee's logo over the foam, and the whole windshield is the Buc-ee's logo. It's so sick, right? God. Right. So we're going through. We get to like the end where the blower thing goes, and Kevin goes, "Oh, I just saw a huge piece of trim fly off." That was like, there's something just flew off. And I was like, "Are you serious?" So we pull out where they got like the free vacuums and air things or whatever. And then Kev's like, let me go back. And like Kev walks in like the outside of the car wash. No one else is going, but some guy's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So the guy's like, a piece of trim fell off. And then Kev comes out with 2 pieces of trim. I go, what the hell? He's like, are these from the car? And I'm looking. I was like, they're like the rain gutter moldings just blew off the car. So then we're like, let's use the free vacuums and the air gun, whatever, the driver's floor is full of water. It's full of water. I was like, mother. And now the car stinks even worse. And whatever. We go to Buc-ee's, buy a bunch of crap, whatever, and just hit what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Hit the road, get a hotel, and now it's like record cold temperatures for Virginia at this night, okay? So we wake up and the car is an ice box, inside and out. The car. So now the 100-degree heat is taking an hour to heat up. Kevin is freaking scratching all the ice inside and outside with his old school ID, just scraping away. It's a disaster. Like after literally like 40 minutes of just trying to de-escalate, I was like, we're getting on the effing road. I freaking had it. Like,
yeah.
So we had to like drive with the windows open halfway and the heat all the way on the seats so that it wouldn't fog inside. Disaster. So get the car all the way home, got the carbon fiber hood, and I have that car. I already fixed 10,000 things on it, but why the fuck did I buy this car? I have no idea. Because it came with good plates. The wife is out driving on, and she's like, I like it. This is my car now. I was like, yeah, whatever, woman. So I want to sell that car too. I got to sell that thing. So if anybody wants a black on black Mark IV 32 with 160K, but very well maintenance taken care of, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's been in a front end shunt at some point in his life, but it has still the Mark IV R32 radio support. Has special stickers on it.
Yep.
In the factory, and they're still there, so it couldn't have been that bad. But yeah, so we went and bought a car, got myself a carbon fiber roof. We saw Paul on the way home, delivered his parts. Good times. I'll show you a picture of the stripper pole.
Yeah.
Setup. Yeah.
Stripper
we need
pole.
to see that.
Carbon roof.
Nick Poisson says he'll take it.
Yeah, he wants to buy it.
Take it. Cheapo. Come see me. Just shout out to UM Motorsport, because of course you could do the first thing you get it. So I'm plugging into it, and it shows it has like UM software swap. Mm-hmm. I go, what does that mean? So I could send the picture of Fred and Jeff who run UM. And they're like, what the hell is that? That's for like Mark II. If you had an R32 swap in your car, you put that file in. I go, why would it be? He's like, I don't know. Just come by here. So I go down there. I'm like, well, they're like, I don't know what's going on here. So was like, how much for a tune? This and that. We do the deal, do a Haldex tune and the tune and the freaking car. Like, no doubt. I might keep the car till the white R32 is back on the road because
yeah.
it is such a great performer. Like,
yeah.
I love it. But that also made me think, like, E36 M3,
Mm-hmm.
it's rear-wheel drive. It's not a-wheel drive. It's 200 pounds less than this, and it's almost 100 horsepower more.
Yeah.
That could be really fun.
ITBs.
Yeah. Right, everything. So, yeah, so I might be keeping it, but I'm selling other cars. 83 Rabbit GTI. Who wants it?
You got my ear.
How much you selling the Polo for? Yeah, well, you said you think about selling Polo for. We can make a deal off that trade.
That's
really nice.
That's a good deal.
White on red, 0 package car, no sunroof, no air conditioning, no smoker windows.
Deals be happening.
No seats.
All spares. It has. It's missing a. Passenger side, just a backrest. You'll be fine. Catherine will be like, "Wee" in the back seat. Sorry.
I think that's going to do it for us.
Yeah, hell yeah.
This week. We'll do no questions. We'll skip questions. Anybody who's got questions, save them for next week.
Scott, thank you as always.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Entertaining
Sorry
us
for
as
yapping.
always. No, we enjoy your car escapades. It's always fun to hear and catch up. I'm excited for the great unload because I've
already unloaded a lot.
Because I suspect
Car
there's
Fund
going to
bank
be some
account
sort of
is earning some serious interest right now because there's some money in there,
which is good because
Yeah.
and I like the idea of a clapper of an E46.
It won't be
Bring
a
it back
clapper
to
for
life.
long.
That's
But
what I
I'm
mean. Bring
definitely
it back
cutting
to
the
life.
fucking roof off to put a carbon roof on that thing.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Carbon everywhere.
Hell yeah.
As always, thank you very much for listening, everybody in the chat. And, of course, everybody who listens to us on your favorite podcast player. We will be back next week. If you want to catch up with some older episodes or anything like that, or watch some YouTube videos we have, you can go to our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe. More content popping up there soon. I still got to finish editing the Saunders video that I did for Coffee Break, so that should be coming out hopefully soon. I got to find some. Maybe that's what I'll do this weekend. Is that? We will be back next week. I believe Chuck's back next week.
I'll see him tomorrow. I can ask.
Okay, I can't remember if
He was
is or
close
not.
to being back here for today.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's just Wednesday to Wednesday, so I think he's back next week. So that'll be good. The boys will be here. We'll be full Voltron, and we'll make it happen. So Scott, thank you very much again.
Guys, thanks for having me. Thanks for listening to me blabble, everybody. Thanks for sticking around this long.
I appreciate it.
Peace out, everybody. Be well. That's all I got.